Right off the bat. How's everybody doing? Yeah, got more people. And we got LaFay. We got
Could be
Zoe.
better, could
Oh,
be worse.
what? Wow.
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 What you drinking?
I was gonna
That's
say the same thing.
crazy.
It's got a pumpkin on it, so I can only assume
That's crazy. Oh my god.
loose caboose.
You're so crazy.
Loose taboo.
It's a pumpkin spice black coffee. It has to be.
She's not a pumpkin spice child.
It's the season for it, right?
I thought all white people liked pumpkin spice.
Wow.
If you're talking, we can't hear you, just so you know.
Well, obviously,
I did hear that though.
Oh, you
All white people.
I
I don't
heard
like
what he
pumpkin
said.
spice.
Alright.
We did start, just so you know. Hope you're all having a great day today. Some
That's
of
the
us
first
might,
thing
might be
people heard.
settling in right now. What?
that's the first thing people heard.
Yeah, I
All
know.
white people like
So
pumpkin spice.
Finn is currently in the shower still,
Okay, okay.
but I'm more prepared. But I am gonna say that this is gonna cheer my day up better.
Solid. That's what we're here for. I was like reading through notes that I took from the last session, and all I can think is, who the hell is Jackie? Who the hell is William? Who's Ben Novak? And then like I'm sitting there like trying to go back through names, and then I'm like, oh yeah, it's this guy and that guy.
Oh, they're actually people.
I'm somewhat.
Kudos.
Not
We
gonna
get-
lie, I'm probably gonna get cold and have to put on a shirt.
Do what you gotta do. I appreciate you, putting the cam on. It helps to see faces.
What's a face?
You're a face.
I don't have one.
Hang on. We're not that channel. Hang on.
Oh gosh. Well, previously, I'll get you guys all caught up here. You guys went to the city of Mountain Slide, and you went to a couple of interesting locations, including a magic shop and a crystal shop. There was even a bean juice cafe that Fenrir visited. And Edard, meanwhile, was teaming up with Sam and the Night Night Knockers to set up a trap to figure out who's attacking the wagons along the roads. Maybe even figure out who took the adamantite. Before ending the last session, Edard brought back through the rest of the team, who are now hanging out at an inn on the east side of the city.
And sisters reunited.
And sisters have been reunited, yes. And we got a new character who's pumpkin spice all day. When we pick up here, pull up chat. Oh God, I can't click that. No. So, since we're one person down at the moment, the rest of the group,
We abandoned him.
let's see. Yuri, what are you doing in the morning? What's the routine? You're at an inn.
Hey, shit. Okay.
You're at an inn. There's a bunch of like guys in the main lobby. They have all their armor and their bags all ready to go. I'd say it's around 10 a.m. Sometimes past. You guys have rested. You're at full health. Some of you might have your health points reduced for some reason or haven't taken a long rest yet. So please go ahead and do that. But you guys are all well rested. It's the next morning, and some time has passed. You might have gone to do a workout at some point, gone to see the city, gone for a walk. Essentially, you guys are getting ready as the wagons have arrived outside of the inn.
Yeah, so Yuri would be like down with Biscuit and she would be like placing his armor on him. And that just kind of consists of, just brackets. It's like half armor almost. It's just plating at his breastplate and a horn, making him a steel unicorn.
Okay. You have some of the people kind of going by. They see you and your horse and this unique armor set, but no one really seems to bother you. You do witness as you ordered 3 wagons, correct? I don't remember how many.
Mhm.
But they get pulled up in front of the inn.
Mhm.
What would Zoe be doing at this time?
Zoe would be waking up and actually going out to look out, like, out through the window. And she's just fixing up her kimono a bit, like, making sure it doesn't look wrinkly. Because she's not the best at folding it when she goes to bed.
Okay. When you're looking out the window, you do see Yuri outside next to the wagons and her horse, Biscuit. Make a perception check for me.
One segundo. Don't look at me like that. I love your puppy eyes, kiddo, but no.
It's a dog.
21.
Alright.
Sorry, my dog's like right beside me giving me the puppy eyes.
The ice.
So,
But he's doing it at the same time while licking at the pillow.
so amongst the crowd of people walking behind Yuri and past the carts, kind of heading east past the inn itself, you notice amongst the crowd there's a very tall man with a wide red hat. He seems to kind of just be like scanning the crowd as he passes, but he just goes right on by and heads out of the city. Besides that, you see nothing else that sticks out other than Yuri. Why are you dying?
That shit funny.
I got messaged. I'm sorry.
Oh god. Okay.
It's not even that serious.
It was.
No, it's not even serious.
So Hugh, what are you doing in the morning? If you had
Uh,
at any point gone down and maybe like hit up the kitchens or like the dining area of the inn, you would
so I
have
get to
seen
beat up
that.
the
Huh?
kitchens. So I get to beat up the kitchens.
Yeah,
Nice.
Franklin, Xenagos are there, and they've been basically taking over the kitchen.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll go downstairs if I'm not on top of the door. I'm not hung
No,
up.
no, no. It didn't happen that morning.
Oh, that's surprising.
That's the second time it didn't happen.
That's surprising. I guess I'll go downstairs and see what's cooking. What's crack-a-lacking?
Yeah, Franklin runs out after he sees you through like the window from the kitchen, and you
Mm-hmm.
can see that next to him there's like a very scared like chef,
Yep.
and Franklin's just like, "Hey, he's gonna take this order, all right?" And he runs out and he brings you like a big plate of like it looks like a platter of meat, it's just sausages and hams and bacon, and he just like shoves it in your hands. He's just like, "Morning, buddy.
Oh, meat fit for a king.
I need you to sit down and eat it and tell me what you think."
Without a doubt. I
He sits
proceed to
down across from
shove
you.
all the meat in my mouth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Taste that?
It's
A little hint of
pretty good.
sweetness? Yeah. It's a new thing me and Xenagos are trying. That guy's a genius,
Little,
believe it or not.
little smoky too. I like that. Is that hickory?
hmm Oh, yeah. We
Oh,
figure
yeah.
we'll just make sure that the kitchens are running properly so when you guys come back home from your little adventure, you have something good to eat, all right?
Oh, I like that.
And
Make sure you make my plate the biggest next time.
he like looks down at the plate. Bigger than that? Bigger than that?
Yes. Like twice the size of this.
He like leans down, looks right at your stomach. Where does it all go?
My beard.
He just squints his eyes and just slowly backs away from you and goes back into the kitchen. Where's the rest of the group? LaFay, what are you doing?
Frieza.
I'm screaming.
That was good, Zoe. That was good. That was good.
Um,
Today is not my day. You'll behave.
I think I'm red now. My mind went somewhere.
God, they're still in bed at 10 a.m.
Oh my gosh, so lazies.
LaFay is
Doing reason. It's canon now.
She did. He's hunting. He's gonna hunt.
You gotta stop, bro.
I'm about to like throw something random in.
Elephant runs through the.
No, it was gonna be worse.
His turn to face.
It was gonna be way worse. You got 5 seconds. What are you doing right now? 5, 4, 3, 2,
2,
1.
Walking around.
Oh my god.
Just doing what alone?
Bruh.
All that build up for walking around.
LaFay, just count 5 seconds, and then just do whatever's in your head, okay?
Raining course.
It's raining tacos.
The dungeon initiative.
You got bruh, you gotta pay attention. You guys are in a whole different city right now. They brought you through at the end of last session.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh no, this was from last session is what I'm telling you. Like you guys came through last session. Wait, that's right. She went to bed early last time, right? Because she wasn't feeling good?
Yeah.
Okay, then there it is.
Yeah.
So last time you came through with Riza, and you guys appear in the city of Mountain Slide, south of where the initiative is. So you guys are currently at an inn where Edard is saying that it's possible that he might have a lead on some people that are attacking the wagons in the city, and they could be connected to the band of bandits running around that might also have a sorcerer on their side. Sorcerer. There you go. You're caught up. I forgot that you weren't here last night. I was like, there's no way you don't remember.
Yeah, because I was just feeling good.
I thought that was Wednesday's session. She wasn't there.
I
She
think it was
left
No,
Sunday.
early.
It was Sunday
it was
also.
Sunday and then
Was
also
it?
Wednesday.
Wombo combo. Dang.
Riza's with her.
Yeah, Riza came through with you guys.
I don't know.
She apologized for what she did to your voice.
Oh yeah, she apologized for what she did to your voice.
Yeah.
Somebody screaming.
I think you should remember that. But yeah. You went on a lovely walk with Riza this morning?
Sure.
Did you get her a... What are we calling this place? Did you get her a bean juice?
Oh, fucking beans.
Or did you get her a... No. She told you she's into the juice. She doesn't like the bean juice place.
I'll get her to.
Like a smoothie?
Yeah.
A mean green smoothie?
Yeah.
You picture Riza holding a mean green?
Green person drinking a mean green.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Y'all gotta behave.
Alright. Edard, what are you doing this morning?
Edard probably would have woken up pretty early, around like 5:30ish in the morning. And probably, I imagine like he was probably lifting like something heavy for like a bit before going for like a run, and then 2 hours before everyone else would wake up, like he's kind of just going through like sword drills or just practicing. Basically, just kind of warming himself up for the day until like Ona wakes up.
Yeah, by the time you get back to the inn, you find that Ona's passed out on the couch in the main lobby. And one of Sam's night knockers goes, she woke up, she had breakfast, and she passed out again. And she's like there, like holding her stomach.
Take her back up to the room.
Yeah, like when you
Go to
pick her up, she's like just flops.
That's fine.
It's when you take her to the room, you lay her out, and when you eventually come out of the room, you run into Sam, who has like half of his gear on, most like his lower half, and then he's carrying a bag with the rest of his stuff. And he sees you and he's like, "Hey, Edard, have you seen Fenrir?"
Haven't seen him since last night.
I gotta ask him about this gauntlet he gave me. And like he's just like walking with you. Where are you going?
Right now, getting Ona back up to the room.
Oh no, this is like you've gotten her to the room.
Oh, this is after.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought you said I met up with him as I was carrying her.
Nope.
Actually, would it be about to like just make a quick stop back at the armorer at the dungeon initiative real quick?
You going all the way back?
It'll be fast. Shows him the ring again.
Which ring was it? Oh, yeah. Well, as long as you're back to lead this thing, because I don't really know what we're doing.
Just make sure the carts are ready and stock on something valuable. Just look up to see like what these bandits have been taking and stock up on that.
Maybe we can just fill it with our own stuff too.
I mean, there's that, yeah.
It's valuable.
We just want to make it look like a good target for them. And make sure they don't see too many heavy hitters.
You got any extra money?
What for?
You can buy some grains and other little supplies.
Would Yuri be close enough to hear this?
Yuri was outside. You could
She
say
was
that
with the
she
horse.
came in eventually.
Okay.
You could kind of say like me and Sam are walking out of the building as we're
like
talking.
they're heading out as they're talking.
She kind of perks her head up. She's like, "I've got a chest with my coins in it. That would be useful. We can use the coins and the chest."
Get
I
me
was
to buy
gonna
a
go.
couple of things, maybe just a couple gold.
Okay, and she, pulls some out and hands it to him. I'm also gonna take Biscuit up to the lead wagon. He's more defensible than, I don't want a horse actually getting hurt.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, per wagon there are 2 horses each.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she would take Biscuit up to the front. He's more of a war horse than anything, so.
You gonna replace one then?
Huh?
You gonna replace one, or are you just gonna ride up front?
She's going to ride up front on Biscuit. I mean, she's dressed like with her cape and just her basic gear. It doesn't look like she's anyone too special. Not a heavy hitter at all.
Shut up. No, it's okay. It's probably bad by now. Okay. So Sam does look at you and he says, thank you. We'll figure something out. But Edward, are we just randomly setting ourselves up somewhere, or are we gonna ride to the next city or the next town?
Do I know which route was usually taken by the guys that got robbed?
You know that it was the east road leading towards Desperado.
We'll take the road toward Desperado. That seems to be where most of the attacks have been happening.
You know that there's like not much going on over there, right? Oh, hey, there's people. He showered. But did he use Dr. Squash?
No, Old Spice.
We're not sponsored, man. Shut up.
Could you actually?
No.
Come on, Dr. Squatch would be a great sponsor.
How much gold am I giving them so I can take it from my total?
So it's about a 5-day journey to get to Desperado. And he does kind of like look at you and he says, and also, I hear that's not very like, I hear there's not a whole lot of people there anymore.
I'm aware.
That means the only other city would be Sweetwater. That'd probably be like double the time.
We'll just take that road for now. If we hear anything else, we'll reroute somewhere else.
I'll make sure we have enough supplies then. Just in case it does turn into a full trip.
You need any more money for that?
How much gold did you give him?
I gave him 10. I took 10 off my total.
Let's say
I mean, does it
Don't
need
look at
more?
me.
40 more gold just to be sure. We can get some
Okay.
water and grain.
I'm gonna hand them
extra
500.
supplies. We got plenty of space on the wagons. I'll get the rest of the guys to get the equipment. Oh, so now he has 510.
I assume everybody's out in like the front area of where we stayed the night at.
No. Zoe was still in the room.
Well,
So
then,
essentially, it cut to the next morning. Some times passed where, wherever you decided to wake up early to 10 a.m., which is where we're picking up like everybody's roleplay. And so far, Yuri was outside with Biscuit, met up with Edard now and Sam, planning out to get supplies. Last we saw Zoe, she was up in the room. She spotted Yuri outside. LaFay and Riza are taking a walk. And then Hugh is enjoying a huge platter of breakfast meats. As Xenagos and Franklin have taken over the kitchens of the inn.
all right.
I just find it funny. We go to stay somewhere and they completely take over their kitchens.
This is our kitchen now. And also, did you guys bring the wolves? Left them at home.
No.
Yes. We didn't bring the wolf.
Like, window lickers here.
No, we sent him back.
Damn
No.
it.
He went back with the meat.
Aw.
Yeah, so none of the wolves are there.
Window licker's my favorite.
I think he's everybody's
Yeah, we'll
favorite.
go with that.
All right. So
So most of the group's here is what I'm saying. But yes.
Yeah. Considering that everybody's been doing something, Fenrir would have put on, instead of his normal furs and everything that he did have, he would have put on his traveler's clothes that he never really broke out in the first place. It's just kind of like a normal short sleeves shirt with like the neck part with like the strings to tighten it closed, and he's got a doublet that kind of goes over that, as well as some like workers' pants.
Solid. Okay. So he's looking like almost like a normal citizen, but you stick out.
Even with the fact that his hair has been cut the previous night is now like a short, kind of like pulled back, kind of messy look, and he has been shaved as well, so he does look clean.
So where would you be right now? Finding Hugh in the kitchens, or finding Hugh like in the restrooms? Did I say that right?
Probably coming down from the room where Zoe's at.
Guess
Okay.
what Finn did, Zoe?
Yeah, most of the night knockers are down here in the lobby, all like geared up and ready to go on this trip. Sam does come in and address all of them, saying, "All right, I need a couple of you to come with me so we can carry some gear and some supplies for the trip. We're going to Desperata." And like the group kind of like gets all rallied up, getting their stuff. Where'd Fenrir go?
He ran away. He was mad.
This was literally your scene.
Oh no, he's dead.
No, we had to move something that my dog was about to knock down.
He's back.
He's dying.
What is that? Is that a...
See my pumpkin?
Fenrir kind of looks around, seeing the rest of the night knockers. Oh my god, is that a cannabis pumpkin? Nice.
Oh jeez, I just realized now.
Yeah, now you see.
But yeah, you see the lobby getting rallied up by Sam. Just out the windows, you can kind of see the wagons and Edard conversing with Yuri.
He's gonna. What are you doing down there?
It's ADHD right there.
Feet up.
He's gonna look around everybody. He does have his mantle with him, kind of over his shoulders. And he's going. There she is. Why is there like a fog?
It's a blur.
I blurred it.
Yeah. So nobody can see the background, basically.
Ooh,
I
that's
want to do
cool.
that too. How do you do that?
You go into your settings.
Mhm.
Go into voice and video. And then video background. Blur.
I'll
on
have to
Discord.
change it later, or else it's gonna mess up OBS. That's
On
through
Discord.
Okay,
Mhm.
then yeah, I gotta do it later then. But yeah, Fen, what did you say?
He's gonna go, like look around at everybody and look at Sam. Everybody seems to be very excited this morning. What's going on?
Well, we had our morning workout, ran around the town. Now we're gonna go get some gear ready. Edard gave me some gold so I can buy some supplies, some food, water. Taking about maybe a 2-week trip here. Might end up at Sweetwater.
That sounds nice.
Yuri ducks
It's
her
up
head.
to 2 weeks. Either you guys go to Desperata and then come back, or you're going Desperata and then Sweetwater.
Yuri ducks her head at Sweetwater. She's like,
Did you come?
When
yeah.
Sam does react to you also and looks around. Is there a bee?
No.
If I recall, Sweetwater was where Baba Booey is.
Baba Booey. Sorry, couldn't help it.
Oh my god, it's my best friend.
And she looks at Sam. She's like, a bee?
Hugh comes out of the kitchens with like meat all over his beard.
Oh,
Baba Booey?
God.
Oh,
Like
boy.
grease, just grease everywhere.
I just hear the word Baba Booey. Mm-hmm. My
summoned.
brother in Christ, Baba Booey.
Probably.
So everybody's planning a trip. Are we all going?
On our
or-
favorite rocket ship. Sorry, y'all can hear me. Hang on.
What trip? What's going on?
I literally told you guys last night.
No, I was too busy feasting. No.
All right, we're trying to set up a trap to catch the raiders on the road that have been the words attacking caravans along the road to Desperata.
So we're going.
That's easy
Okay.
work.
Huh. Doesn't sound too bad.
What we might encounter, because apparently some of them might have special abilities. We've already got confirmation on a sorcerer and pyromancer.
Just throw me.
I'm not sure if we have to kill them yet.
I say we do it in the name of the Lord.
Oh my gosh.
At this response from Hugh, Finner kind of like looks at him a second, and Hugh would come to notice that Finner no longer has his long hair and no longer has his beard. Like he looks like what can be considered almost a noble. And he's like staring at you, and he's like, "You just said something I thought I'd never hear you say."
What? Murder random people? That seems like fun.
In the name of the Lord.
In the name of the Lord.
I'm a paladin. What do you expect? I believe in God, just not yours.
Real quick, did you multi-class?
Yeah, I've been multi-class for such a long time now. He's been a
paladin since before Xenagos.
Yeah, he's been.
I thought he was a fighter.
No, I'm a fighter paladin.
He's a fighter paladin.
I didn't know you ever had paladin in you. Holy crap.
Yeah, you must.
Yeah. On our last session, I divine sense.
Night.
This makes so much more sense now.
In the name of the
Never
Lord.
been right, not a day in our life.
In the name of the Lord is going down as a quote of the game.
So far now, we have like 3 players that are multi-classing.
I've been multi-class for a long time now.
Jeez, I always thought you were a fighter. I was like, you hit things.
You saw the whole
you need to smite
video.
more.
Babe, you saw the whole intro video and it says fighter paladin. Like, straight up.
Bam. There it is.
You really need to start throwing your maneuvers and your smites into things now, because you get those back after short rests.
But anyways, he left off at, in the name of the Lord, and then you said, I've never heard you say that.
Yeah, so that's just a little strange. You doing okay, Hugh?
I'm fine. Just really hungry.
Yuri kind of steps up. Why is the little dwarf man not supposed to say in the name of the Lord?
For the time I've spent with him, it's been odd, but...
Do you think we got a doppelganger on our hands?
He, looks back at Hugh.
As I'm proceeding to take a giant bite out of a sausage.
No, that's him.
Nah, he good.
Riza, LaFay, you're both arriving at this point, and Xenagos is coming from the kitchens carrying a whole platter of meats. I want to make sure that you're all well stocked before you leave. And then he puts the platter down on the a coffee table, and as soon as he sets it down, it just kind of falls off the top. Sausage, biscuits, everything.
I mean, Yuri goes and, makes her a little something to eat for the trip, but she just kind of stares at the extreme amount of it. She's just like,
would you like me to cut it into fine slices for you? I'd hate for you to choke. Here, I'll take this. And he takes a ham and he starts slicing it for you.
Slice and dice.
back!
What? Yeah. Is that all? That it was just a rah. Oh yeah, he slices it as if he didn't hear that, puts it on like a napkin and just passes it back to you. Here you go, enjoy. While you're standing there doing this over and over, the room is clearing out except for like the initiative group all standing there with a pile of meat in the middle.
She looks at Zoe. Does he cut up everybody's?
She's actually not there yet.
Oh, she looks at Finland. Does he cut everybody's?
Not usually. I think he's just being polite this time.
At this time, Zoe will be coming into the room. And she's just like braiding like cherry blossoms into her hair right now, like while walking up to them.
Fenrir's gonna start like eating some of the ham biscuits.
He comes up with some ham. Would you like yours finely sliced as well?
She's just gonna blink at him. Sure. Why not?
Yuri looks at her sister. I just go with it. I don't think we have the option.
So while he's working to slice this up for her, Riza just like jumps up on a couch, reaches into the pile of meat, and just pulls whatever she can and just bites into it. She eats kind of savage-like.
Wait, Riza does?
Looks over at
That
Eddard.
shit good.
So what are we doing again?
You said Riza
Just explained it to you.
Yeah, Riza did that.
On just
face stare at her, all in love.
Yeah, it's like, imagine like a stack of like sausage links, bacon, hot dog, just all rolled up into one bite. Just
when the DM makes you fucking hungry.
Yeah, LaFay's just staring at her. Like,
you know what? I'm gonna go get a pepperoni stick now. Fuck you.
Like, whoa.
Oh, fuck you!
I'm gonna get myself a pepperoni stick.
Well, almost everybody has their camera on. I'm about to do the same.
Yeah, get at it. Thank you.
1 second. Let me pack food and I will chop. Pull up in.
I refuse to be the only other one that y'all can see ADHD around the screen. Come on with it.
And I have this.
Y'all got the pale goth girl up. There we go.
Hey. So she takes the bite and she looks at Eddard and she goes, "So what are we doing again?"
Shakes his head and just gives a long sigh, just like, okay.
Of Hugh.
Raiders, caravan, and then we try after.
That's literally Hugh in the background canonically with the meat sticks in his mouth.
Oh god!
Riza's just there.
This is LaFay right now.
Now, does anyone need to go back to the stage? Get any last minute things?
Yuri has never been there, so she didn't lose anything there. She just kind of shakes her head and continues to eat her finely chopped meats.
Okay, everyone's quiet. I'll be back. Opens a portal, waiting to see if anyone's going to come along. Also, Ona's up.
I need you to repeat what you said earlier while Hugh was being Hugh.
Hugh doing the meat stick mouth dance was a little weird.
And it caught me off guard.
Weird. It's just normal behavior for me.
Essentially, Eddard recapped to Riza what the plan was. And now he's asking if there's anything that anybody needs to do in the next hour or so to get ready.
Because I think we have, like, we're going to be leaving in, like, 2 hours, so have an hour and a half to get any last minute things, and then within those 30 minutes, we take off.
Would it be smart to bring the wolves with us?
We're also trying to look tough to any possible raiders.
That's fair. We can get a whole caravan going. We got the Night Knockers, our wolves, and, well, the initiative.
Well, are we supposed to try and lay low to get attacked?
Well, that doesn't mean not having wolves as protectors wouldn't be any different than having that in a caravan in general.
But I mean, they're dire wolves. They're kind of big compared to normal wolves.
Then maybe we can say as if we're selling them.
Eddard slowly stepping through the portal. Okay.
Fenrir like reaches out and grabs Eddard. I'm going with you. I need to get some
Still going
stuff.
through. You guys coming?
Yeah, he's going.
Come on. Slowly, still leaning into it. The second he's fully through, he's going to close it. Anyone else?
Fenrir's going through. No one.
Give it!
No,
People randomly just jump through them. I don't know where we're going, but I'm coming.
If you jump,
he's that little
You say
thing
that he
that wants to tag along no matter what.
take me with you.
Did Hugh tackle us? Is that what just happened?
I jumped through, proceeding to trip both of you as you walk through the portal. Just bam! All three of us face planted into the ground.
So it's just Hugh, Fenrir, and Eddard that go through the portal here.
This first of all, this whole squad right here.
It's just yeah.
We should not
Boy
leave us
strip!
alone.
See, babe.
Boy strip!
Baby, answer your text real quick. I've been sitting here trying to see what the fuck Hope was doing, if y'all were wondering why I was looking strangely at the screen.
No, I was also trying to figure out what she was doing too. I saw something steaming and and I was wondering what it was.
I see cabinets.
That too.
Is that a refrigerator?
Yes.
Where did you open the portal to?
I opened it middle of the base, like town of the dungeon initiative, so that way we
like in the square.
yeah, like whatever will be like the midpoint for us to go either to the armory or to the house or to any other place that they might be interested in going.
So with a dog pile essentially in the middle of the town, people gotta like freeze, kind of gasp seeing this sudden appearance of people. Hugh, you're like on top of Fenrir.
Yep.
You still got meat in your hands, probably, right?
Yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Fenrir just gets up, takes one of the things out of the hammer sausage.
You take my meat, you die.
Wait, did everybody go? Because if everybody went, you're okay.
No.
Good. You're good. Good.
No,
group is
it's
split
boy
up.
strip.
Chloe stayed back because she's gonna let the guys have a guy time. She doesn't want to deal with that right now.
Yeah, Fenrir's gonna get up, kind of like pushing Hugh off of him, and take one of the meat sticks.
I'm gonna whack it out of your hand. That shit mine.
I'm gonna Hugh Howitzer him to the other side of the initiative.
No.
Okay.
It has to be willingly. You can't just throw me.
Yeah, there's a couple of like soldiers that like come over to check you guys, and they're like, "Is everything all right here?"
No.
Go away.
All right.
We're good. We just gotta pick us a few things. This guy's relaxed.
And they just kind of like stop and look around and then walk away.
Off rip. Fenrir's gonna look at Eddard and Hugh. Meet back here, I guess, in like 5 minutes.
We have an hour and a half to gather whatever we need, so take as much time as you need.
Okay.
Right,
So on one side of the chaos,
You go to the armor, Edward?
He was gonna go to the herbalist or whatever the meds place. If he can.
You going where?
Go buy some potions. I'm gonna go try and buy potions at the herbalist or whatever the heck you call them. You know.
What about Fen? Goes to get the wolves.
First they're gonna go get the wolves, and then I'm gonna grab my my Mordekainen's book.
I'm not paying attention.
I'm trying not to. The only problem is I have one of them here next to me.
Look, I mean it's a eyeshadow palette, but I'm reading the Mordekainen's book. Damn it.
You want me to go get it for you?
I can probably grab it.
And he's gonna.
Before we detail that, the rest of the group, you see as that portal opened, Hugh knocks into Fen, and then Fen knocks into Eddard, goes to the portal, closes. Riza seeing this, this opportunity, leans in, starts grabbing some extra meat. More for us.
Look at that girl grab that meat.
Well, so it's just like, how many can you eat?
She like slowly turns her head towards
More.
you, and like one side of her face is just bulged with food.
I can handle my meat.
Amazing.
Ow. Get that out of my face.
This one.
Yeah, I know what you went to get.
Hi.
This one talks about the different races and species of things.
Hey, I'm canon to Yuri because she has tattoos.
So, Eddard, going to see the armor. It's business as usual there. I don't have much for them to do, to be honest.
I was gonna say, after I grabbed the wolves in my Morkainen's book, I was gonna go visit Kato about something.
Okay, well, it takes a little time to get to where you're going. So you're going to the house, right? To get the wolves in the book.
Yes.
So let's do it in this order. So Eddard, you went to the armor. What's going on there?
She look like she's there at all? First on the helmet.
She's not working on anything at the moment. But if you're looking for the helmet, she does tell you that it's only partially finished. It's intricate work, Eddard.
Okay.
But she does take you over to like one of those rooms, and you do see a dwarf like hard at work, and it almost looks like there's like little ringlets that he's like putting together on like a head bust. So it's just kind of like formulating and piecing it together.
Oh, wait. He's getting work done from another dwarf? Is he cheating on me?
I think this was like before you even started working there.
Yes, this was before he started working there.
So pretty much this was already being worked on, before, like I think probably like a day or two before you started there.
What you eating?
I feel so violated.
Um,
Don't worry, I'll have something to work on another time. It's okay.
that's all you came to see her for?
Actually, since that's not ready yet, by chance, do you have maybe another sword I can take?
What kind of sword are you looking for?
Depends what kind of sword do you have.
Hey, Fen, send him something random.
What?
Send Eddard a random sword. Yeah, you have anything on the sidebar in the vault?
Oh dear.
If anything, it's at least just temporary.
Where's my phone? I need my phone.
No. God damn it.
Oh, there it is.
Do you have any kind of list that?
Hell no. You want me to just look up special swords?
No, just something that it would make.
I didn't have anything ready for that, man.
Give him a sword +2 or some shit like that.
Well, let me see what I got here. I'll be able to dig up something.
And then, Hugh, how much are you spending at the shop? Like, what are you looking for?
Well, what are the prices for just like healing potions or potions of growth and stuff like that? Like, give me a price set. Give me a menu.
So, I mean, if you're looking for, like, superior potions.
Yeah.
Let's see. $1 million. Those are going to go for 40 gold apiece.
Okay.
And how many are you looking to get?
Let's go for at least 5. So I got more than enough money.
Okay. And what else are you looking for?
What's in there? Trying to think of other potions. Well, we'll go for potions of growth. Is there any potions of like stealth or something stupid like that?
Yeah, they have some potions of invisibility.
Yeah, we'll like some of those too.
Those are going to go for... Get my chart.
Unfortunately, I don't have anything too crazy.
200 gold for the invisibility.
Okay.
How many of those?
We'll say 2. I'm gonna try and figure out all the pricing for these.
And you said growth?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be also 200 gold.
Okay, give me a price on that, and then I'll give you my gold.
So you're coming up to around 800 gold.
Yep.
All right. And
I will.
the clerk kind of gives you a, oh, thank you so much for doing business with us. You almost cleared us out of our potions.
Good. I
Nice
have money.
doing.
So just to appease this for the moment, she does kind of like give you a box, Edard, and just passes it over to you. Let me know how it served you.
Want anything for it right now?
We'll talk about it later.
In other words, we'll talk later, DM.
We'll talk later about like what it is.
Are we? No, we're not meeting. So
Nope.
you saw my message then, right?
Just now?
Yeah. That's like the only thing that I have that I can consider something that he could like offhand.
I'll make something. He doesn't need it
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
I'm saying we're not going to be in combat till, well, of course, anything could happen. Who knows?
Anything can happen. It's last minute, so I mean, I was not ready to make a magic item on the spot.
I mean, if anything, you could always just give him
A regular sword?
a flame tongue.
Just give you a regular sword.
Just a +1 regular sword.
Just a wee bit huge sword.
I think LaFay's listening to K-pop.
And then Fen,
You.
we'll say like you're arriving at the house. The wolves are excited to see you. You do notice that like when you go inside the house, someone
Kidding.
had set up their bowls with like piles of food.
He kind of stares a bit. Okay.
There are a couple of flies buzzing.
How long? Can I tell that this food's been out for just like a long time?
Just overnight, probably.
Good.
Then it like looks around. Are the wolves in the house or around?
Yeah, they look like they've been going in and out of the house. No one locked up.
All right. How about you three go on a trip with me?
They wag their tails and get all excited. You can't really understand them, of course, but they're like hopping up and down, like yeah.
Okay.
Make sure.
I'm also gonna go about getting rid of the food.
Yeah, Window Liquor tries to fight you on that. At one point, like you have like a steak in your hand, and he goes up and like grabs it, starts tugging on it.
Just
But yeah, you clear the place up. Maybe like clean it up before you head out the door.
yeah. Now grab my book. Do we have anything stashed in the house?
I don't remember.
Pay no attention to what I'm doing with my hands.
That's so bad.
It's only bad if you make it sound bad.
I live with him.
Oh God. Alright.
What are you doing, babe?
Getting dice.
He just said don't pay attention.
Bro, I pay attention to everything he does.
So, while you guys are doing that, Hugh, or Fen, you're probably headed back to see Kato, like you said earlier, right?
Yes. After grabbing my mortar.
The rest of the group, back at the inn, right?
Hmm?
You see that a small family, like a couple and their 2 kids, they come into the inn. Riza's still like eating, downing down food. LaFay's still watching her in amazement. And the mother of the 2 kids points at the couch and says, "Just sit right there and be quiet." And the 2 kids like go and they sit down and they're kind of like looking at each other all like mischievous and big shit-eating grins. One of them even reaches over and like tries to grab some food off the tray. And Riza just and the kid like recoils.
LaFay is just gonna fall more in love because she heard her growl. Like,
LaFay, you do notice that one of the kids, they have like this, looks like a stick in their hand, and they're just like banging it on the table. And the other one's just saying, "You don't even know what it does. You should put it down."
well, what does the stick look like?
It's a wand of fireballs.
It looks like a stick.
Explain the stick!
It looks like a stick,
Like
and
what? Stick or
and LaFay, make a perception check. Anybody else who's in the room, that you can also make a perception check.
A 19.
1985. Two.
What was that?
22. Oh, speaking of 22, my birthday's this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be 22.
You still lost your voice.
Baby. 17, I think.
Okay, so all of you notice that as this kid is banging this stick on the table, there's like a slight shimmer that comes off of it and takes off in different directions of the room. One of them goes behind the clerk's desk, and you see that in the cabinets behind him, where the keys are all hung up, a little glowing pixie has appeared and is like looking at keys and just throwing them on the floor. And then outside, you see that around the wagons, another pixie is going up and looks like they're messing with the horses. And then whoever got the 22, which I think was LaFay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Biscuit's gonna eat a pixie.
Upstairs, you can hear somebody yelling, "What's that in my room? Ah! And the kid continues to bang it on the table.
Oh my fucking god.
Hey, little fella.
When he bangs it that last time, you see 7 more spring up. And they like scatter. And they start grabbing pictures off the walls and throwing them on the floor, grabbing vases and smashing them on the ground. One lady comes running out of the rooms upstairs. One of them's like holding on to her hair. And the kids like start to laugh, jumping up on the couch. And then the other one like takes the one out of his hand and he goes to smack it on the ground.
I'm gonna try to swipe it before he smacks it.
Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Nine. 9.
He like goes like this to you. Haha! You can't stop me! You can't stop me! Throws it to his brother, and then his brother starts smacking it on the table.
I'm gonna put command, and I'm gonna say it's basically freeze. I'm gonna tell him that kind of freeze.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
So, you do this, but he stops as he smacks it the last time, and you see that there's 10 more pixies that spring out, and they scatter through the inn.
I'm gonna.
Now there's chaos as people are running from their rooms. Outside there's people swiping at pixies as they pull at their hair and their ears. The horses are starting to get uncomfortable.
Is Biscuit's totally trying to eat pixies at this point.
Yeah, I think Biscuit would probably be the most well-behaved, holding that front carriage, but the two in the back are like itching to kind of get away from here. As there are now 23 pixies flying around chaotically.
Yuri would look to Zoe. Zoe, go talk to the horses. We've got to get this under control, or we're gonna lose everything before it starts.
Zoe's gonna go ahead and head out towards the horses. She's just literally complaining. This is the reason why I do not want children in my life yet.
Has a whole ass giant baby.
Yeah, the mother comes over. The mother comes over, and she snatches the stick out of the frozen child, but then looks at you, LaFay, says, "How dare you use magic on my child?" And like she goes to smack you.
I'm gonna grab her arm.
Uncanny dog.
You grab her arm, and then LaFay, you feel it tugging on the back of your ears as two pixies start to pull at your ears.
So with one hand, I'm holding the arm. The other one, I'm gonna smack it.
You just smack the hand you're holding?
No. So I'm holding the hand. With the other hand, she's gonna smack it. Smack the little pixies.
Smack a pixie? Alright, solid. You smack it away, and it continues to cause chaos, disappearing into the kitchens. You shortly hear Franklin and Xenagos yelling and freaking out.
You see, I wouldn't have to freeze him if you would just simply give me the wand.
Needless to say, it's chaos. Are you guys catching the pixies?
So actually, you guys actually see Yuri, and she goes off to a quarter, kind of muttering to herself. As she goes, she nabs a glass of milk, and the little pixies are following along behind her, and she gets a little faster, and then she casts a major image of just like this fountain of milk and honey and alcohol to lure and kind of get them all in one spot so she can grab them.
Go ahead and make a nature check.
I hate you.
What is it?
15.
Alright, go ahead and roll a d6.
They're tooth fairies.
Right?
I don't like it when he does that.
I mean, she got a big dick. But she rolled 6.
Solid. You managed to lure in 6 of the pixies. And then you can choose to catch them as you see fit.
She kind of just has, like, this knapsack that she's kind of thrown over them and just kind of balled it up, holding it away from her like it's plagued.
Yeah, they all, like they struggle against your grip. And, like, they don't really have, like, they're not really speaking a language that's known to you. They're just kind of gibberish. shouting as you carry them away. One of the
Whack
people
'em against the
from the
tree.
kitchens runs out, and they have like a big box. They're like, "Throw him in here! Throw him in here!"
She tosses them in there.
Closes the box, and you can hear like there's a bunch of thudding. There was like these 2 of them in there. We gotta catch the rest before they destroy everything. And you hear like more things crashing and breaking around you guys.
We expect something like this to happen to the guys.
We're gonna go ahead and cut back to Edward. Did you leave the forge?
Yeah, I would have left the forge after that. I would strap the sword onto my back to carry it, and then probably gonna stop by the dungeon initiative to see what I can find over there. Because I think I still have like a few things over there.
Hugh, did you also head to the initiative, or where'd you go after
Uh,
potion shopping?
I guess I'll head to the initiative.
Yeah,
Actually,
I
no, I'm
mean,
gonna head to the armory. Actually,
okay.
just to go say hi to my special girl.
So Edward leaving, headed to the initiative. You do encounter Fenrir on the way.
It's like me and Hugh walking by each other. Oh, hey, hey.
No, it's literally you left, and then shortly after Hugh came along.
Oh, no, I'm just making a
Yeah,
joke
no, I
at
feel
her.
you. I feel you. I feel you.
Hugh brought flowers for her.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Do you still have meat in your beard and everything?
Nah, I cleaned up.
You mean
I would
you mean
clean
you
up after the
brush it?
potion.
You mean you brush it off, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go into the armory.
Yeah.
And you find the armorer who turns to look at you, and they're just like, "Hugh, are you well?"
I'm doing great now that I see you.
You with the wrist.
They don't say anything. They just stare at you through their visor.
Like
Yeah.
the other 30 like dwarves and other blacksmiths in the background just kind of all stop. It gets really quiet. They're just like,
Really trying to switch her up.
What? I like him tall.
I believe that you have our relationship confused, my friend.
Hey. You said how was I doing? And I said I'm doing better now that I see you. That has nothing to do with the relationship. Not yet. Anyways.
What are the flowers for?
Uh, uh,
Do you smell like... Did you put grease in your beard?
breakfast.
You smell like a breakfast menu.
Oh God.
Yes, it was delicious food.
There's like some of
I
the other armorers in the room.
turn around. Shut the hell up! Everyone, shut the hell up! I'm not good with women. The flowers are for you. All the Riz just disappears. I'm trying to make this.
Are you trying to Riz? Like with what Riz you have left?
Yeah, little Riz I have left.
Roll. Yeah, just make a charisma check with disadvantage.
Riz check. 2 natural 20s, come on.
It'd be crazy.
Oh no! Why'd you have to say disadvantage? I would have got it on the first roll, you jackass.
Yeah, you smell greasy and you're barking up the wrong tree right now.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, she like tilts her head. Isn't there somewhere you're supposed to be here?
I can't remember. Maybe. I can wait.
Well, I'm very busy, so I hope you have a decent day. And like she just turns away from you and walks down that hallway.
Just hand over my eyes. Fuck. God damn it.
One of the guys working there, he like wipes his brow, looks over at you and says, "You got some balls on you, you know that?"
I mean, huh? Why you say that?
Well, no one ever really tries what you just tried. But, you know, you were a little shaky. Your delivery was bad. I can smell the grease on you myself.
Hey,
But, you
it was
know,
a
no
good
one's
breath.
ever tried. No one's ever tried that.
Oops.
I mean, better her than our women. Our women have beards. Ugh.
I mean, none of us really know what she looks like.
I
So
can tell she ain't got a beard.
Dwarves.
how do you know?
You kind of just know.
Like,
Have you ever worn a helmet, a full face helmet, and have no hair sticking out? Exactly.
he just
It is hard
stares
to
at you.
contain.
It's just fully contained face bush.
He looks down at the flowers and he goes, "Hey, are you gonna use those? I can give them to my wife."
Give them to your wife.
He takes them.
Almost killed Vi. Success.
It's like, now my wife won't be mad at me.
Hopefully, get you off the couch.
Vi's dying right now.
That shit funny.
So
Now the guy doesn't have to sleep on the couch.
The phrasing of the words fully contained face bush is
Made me choke on my drink.
They can't handle the rays of dwarves.
so cutting from there, we cut to Fen and Eddard meeting up, headed towards the initiative.
Oh, hey.
oh. Hey Eddard.
Okay. Hey.
Are you going to see Kato too?
Wait, he say something?
Yeah, he asked, "Are you gonna go
Oh.
see Kato too?"
Just grabbing a few things over there. I could probably talk to him real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him about something I found out over there in what was it called?
Mountainside.
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 Mountain slide.
Yes.
LaFay, no.
There's a door behind you, LaFay. Look out.
Yeah, the school is as busy as it normally is. There's not a whole bunch of students in the hallways at this moment. But you do find Kato in his office, and he greets up the both of you. You guys are just.
Oh, I said I was going to talk to him later. I was going up to the room.
Oh, I'm so fucking confused. So who's gonna go see Kato then? It's just Fen?
I.
Alright, so yeah, you find Kato in the office.
Go get it. Kato. The three wolves are with him on the end. No. He told the three wolves to wait outside.
Okay.
He walks into Kato's office. Kato, I got a question. Well, actually, two questions for you.
I don't know.
I'm expecting Q to show up with a plushie now.
I'm sorry, what was that? Ooh. Come here, George.
Yeah, I guess so. Is it a piggy bank?
No, it's literally a wooden skull.
Yeah, this one's full of monster tabs. Alright, yeah. Kato does look a little confused, and he's just like, "I thought you guys left town."
We kind of did, the thing Eddard can do,
Well, yeah, I thought you guys had already left to go do something, and
We're here to make some last second,
I assume Eddard found out something?
Yes. From what it sounds like, I believe we're going to Desperata, and the road there, that's where they've been attacking caravans. At least that's what I caught on to when I woke up this morning.
I assume you guys are setting up some sort of bait to catch the...
Yes, with the assistance of a few others, we have kind of our own mini caravan going to Desperata.
That's good. I'm glad to know that the initiative isn't just working alone anymore. I do say be careful. At least around Mountain Slide. I'm getting
what's
word
up?
I'm getting word and understanding that the initiative isn't too welcome in some places.
I'm new to you guys. Would they know who I am?
Depends on how much reputation your name goes out. But we don't really spread your names so much as your notoriety and stories of grandeur. Soon people will know all about the North and what the initiative did there, but I think that that's part of the problem.
I see.
The paperwork that you guys all signed, it's supposed to be in accordance with what the king orders or as the higher council decides is best. You're supposed to be enacting whenever they send you. And technically that mission in the north was not sanctioned by the king.
I see.
Rose Gold says that he's looking into it to try to help us as best he can.
That makes sense now. That's why he was here then.
That and a few other things, dropping out of the running. He didn't talk about the group very much up until when he did make that mention. Just make sure that you're not operating under the name initiative, whatever you guys decide to do. Maybe we can mitigate some of the exposure.
Well, for now, we're just an adventuring group worried about caravan bandits.
And I think that's a good thing to go and take care of. My curiosity is it's moved all the way from the capital all the way up to Mountain Slide and seems to kind of be going in the direction you're headed. But Desperata's a dead zone. Last I heard from Eddard, it's a ghost town.
Wouldn't that make it quite the hideout for people like that?
Yes and no. They do have some people that go and patrol that area just to make sure that there's no one moving in that we don't want moving in. And Duratan and his men have taken stations around there, making sure that the town itself stays empty until citizens come back or they find out where the citizens went.
So Duratan's out there?
Yes. His normal encampment isn't too far away. It's about north of there. About midday or two.
I think I'd like to see him again. He's a very interesting person.
If you're headed toward Desperata, it's highly likely you'll run into him or the lizard folk.
Oh yeah, I did run into that guy. Forgot his name. But yes, on my 2 questions. Do you still have the construction crew that was meant for those giants? Rest them.
The ones who are gonna go and work on their cave?
Yes.
I sent a word that we may not need them, but I understand that Folkvar and Xenagos, they were looking to build a place of their own.
I was going to suggest that if you could, and if you would allow it, instead of having them sent to the cave, you could send them to the old home in the north where we're staying, and make it habitable for us entirely.
You want to make it bigger?
Yes.
I don't see why not. We can probably commission the job. Are you sure everybody wants to move in?
I mean, even then, we've come across a few people who wouldn't mind joining us. And having our own group that isn't the initiative would make your ordeal a bit easier to handle.
You can definitely take care of that.
Okay. And second, I was in Mount Slide, or Mountain Slide, whatever. Fucking
Mountain slide.
Mountain Slide.
Words are hard.
Slip and slide. I found a tailor there who had an order for here.
I don't want to talk about it too much. It's supposed to be a surprise.
There was something meant for me as well then.
He comes over to you, checks out your outfit, just don't tell anybody else, please.
Of course.
Thank you.
I guess I'll have to go withdraw my my order then. I had something personally from him, and he had mentioned something about the initiative had ordered something as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess I would have to go withdraw my my request if he's still working on that. Okay.
What are you laughing about?
No, I just thought of like the guy who Primer goes over there. Hey, I don't want that anymore.
Right?
I would like a refund.
Sure.
You get 25% back. I would like a full.
Fine, 2%.
Give me like half a second, because what I'm doing I can't do on screen.
Okay.
Ugh.
What? It looks stupid to lean my head
Yeah,
down if I want to
just
take a
message
toke.
me how much that was so I can compensate it back to you.
1,600.
Yeah.
I kind of had it not leave my inventory because this was my end all to figure out what that was going on with.
Gotcha.
What? Yeah, you can have the sauce. That's my frozen beverage. Oh, let me mute.
Alright. And then what are you doing, Edward?
Oh.
What was that?
What were you doing at the initiative?
I was going to the room to kind of just grab like a change of clothes that looks more like, I guess, civilian-like in a way.
Okay.
And then yeah, that's mostly it right there. And
Should we? Or no?
yeah, I guess I'll just probably go inform
I
Kato.
wouldn't mind.
Yeah, if you go up back to Kato, you see Fenrir still there.
Jerry, give him the rundown of what we're doing.
Yeah. I'll probably have to mention a few things back to you as we're heading back.
Okay. Is it bad?
No, I wouldn't say so much as bad, more inconvenient.
Okay. How much time would we been here now?
At this point, Probably about half an hour, not too long.
Okay. I would go outside. I'm gonna try to see if I can get Queenie.
I mean, going out to look for Queenie, it doesn't take too long to get her attention when she comes in.
What mood does she seem in?
Hungered.
You haven't been doing any hunting?
Just looks away from you.
Still mad at me, I guess.
Looks back and just like nuzzles her head against you.
Alright, I think I said before, but I'll say it. I'm sorry for embarrassing you in front of Craig, okay? I didn't know there was something there.
She looks at you. Pushes you one last time with her head, and then just kind of like pushes her body against you.
I still have an hour before we have to go do anything.
Oh, right?
What was it?
It's asking Queenie if she wants to go hunting.
She kind of like nods her head and kind of like moves towards the forest. So you're gonna spend some time hunting with her?
Yeah.
Okay. We cut back to the rest of the group. There's still pixies flying everywhere. Riza's on top of the couches, jumping up and down, trying to catch a couple.
Oh, also Ona's still over there.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
Oh, okay. I think she was asleep.
Yuri is, working her way through catching them and throwing them into this box because now she's got the kitchen staff following her.
Yeah, most definitely. The guy with the box is following you around. Ona's like coming down the steps, kind of like rubbing her eyes, looking around the room. What's going on?
Pixies.
And like, sure enough, the pixies like just knocking stuff over. They see Ona and they start flying towards her, and she like runs back up the stairs. No!
You see Yuri chasing after the pixie that's chasing Ona.
Zoe, you.
Sorry.
Go ahead, LaFay.
LaFay's gonna take her cloak off, and she's gonna try to like grab all of them.
Takes the cloak off.
Yeah, and just kind of like throw it over the pixies and just like quickly snatch it like a bag.
Make a dexterity check. And then roll a d6.
Natural 20, 24. And you said a d6?
Mm-hmm.
You're lying.
3.
So, working with the cooks who have the boxes and Yuri, you guys all as one watch as LaFay jumps around the room, catching these things, flinging them back into the... My headset flew off. Flinging them right back into the box. The chef's catching them. And it's like all of you kind of working on this. And Zoe, you hear like a couple of pixies outside. And they seem to be kind of laughing. And somebody says, "They're carrying a lantern!" Ah!
Oh shit.
And then you see as the lantern gets thrown, and it gets thrown into the middle carriage. And it spills oil everywhere and catches fire. The horses begin to kind of and freak out, and they take off running. Luckily, the front carriage has Biscuit keeping things in order, and the two horses in the back, they push the carriage back a little bit, a few feet, but they don't seem like they're like ready to bolt. But the carriage in the middle has just taken off, and it's got fire growing on top of it.
She's just gonna rub out her temple and then just stare at it a bit. You're kidding me.
While the boys are out in theme parks just having fun.
Biscuit looks at Zoe, and he's got like pixie wings sticking out of his teeth. No, that looks like a fire, Miss Zoe.
Gee, thank you, Captain Obvious.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Look, shut up! I got my mouth full.
No, it's just like that's the perfect voice. That's the perfect voice. Yeah.
Now, anytime I talk like Biscuit, I've got to have my mouth full.
There you go. The rest of the group, Zoe, you see this happen. The carriage takes off. Owena's like freaking out, but LaFay, you come up and you snatch up the last two pixies, and you see that there's a couple of more like outside, but they zoom off in different directions. Some of the soldiers outside are like looking around. They chase after the pixies as well. It's just absolute chaos.
Yuri just kind of looks around. She's like, well, this trip's getting off to a good start.
The doors get kicked open, and you guys see as the Folkvar is like walking in carrying this big bag, and he like drops it down on the couch. I got rope, 10-foot sticks, and sleeping bags. What the hell happened here?
Pixies.
Pixies.
Pixies? Who unleashed pixies?
A brat.
A little brat.
Yeah, the brat's in the corner, like with the mom, like, you know, apprehending him. The dad standing there, like.
Yuri.
What?
Go see if they can amend for a new carriage. It was technically their fault.
Yuri just kind of looks around. And normally she doesn't care about these matters because it's not her problem or her circus or her monkeys. But she has pixie dust in her fucking hair and she's just not having a good day. So she walks over to the family and taps the dad because the mom seems to like a hysterical lot that she just doesn't want to deal with. Your children, that you obviously have no control over, decided to play with a stick they should have never had, thus causing one of our oh god, what was that word?
Carriage.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Or wagon?
Yeah, wagon. One of our wagons to catch fire and be decimated. And I feel it's only fair, since it was your hellspawn that did this, that you pay for it. And every other issue that's in this inn.
Yeah, the mother looks extremely offended and taken back. The father had like a coin sack in his hand that he was preparing to give you some money with. But as soon as you call them hellspawn, he like tucks it back in his shirt pocket. And he says, you can go fuck yourself now. Pleasantly.
She just kind of shrugs her shoulders. She looks at Zoe. Well, obviously that's where they got their manners from. I mean, what else would you call these uneducated, unruly children?
You're uneducated and ruly kingdom stupid poopy head, says the kid.
LaFay, because she froze the kid in the back and she almost got smacked. She's like,
she's looking at Zoe and just doing this.
Zoe's literally just like, why? Would you? First off, you don't call children hellspawn.
What else would I call them? Crotch goblins?
Money out of it.
Crotch goblins?
No.
Spawns of chaos?
Children.
Yeah, no, I'm not going with that.
Troublemakers.
Yeah, no, the father like helps his wife up and looks you both over. Now you've upset my wife, even more so than she already was.
Fine.
Well, your wife should have never procreated if that's how y'all are gonna raise your kids.
Wait. Wait. LeFay is going to be. She's just going to jump in and she's going to be like, you should have never had kids at all if this is how you're going to act. Such good role models.
Damn, ruthless.
I was going to take care of the damages myself. There's no need to sit here and judge someone else's children.
Your
It was
children
known to
literally
me
called.
that they had what they had. As you can see, he reaches down, he picks up a broken wand. It's been taken care of. Here.
Well, then I take back the Hellspawn comment, but really, you do need to keep a better eye on your children, or at least your wife does. And she takes the broken wand and she just kind of walks away. Done with it.
She's gonna. LeFay's gonna go back and she's gonna turn around. Like.
She says what?
Like Aaron's over there, Jesus.
She says what?
So you know how water says she's like.
You like cut out right at the end there, trying to whisper it. It's like your mic isn't picking up. You're like, shh.
No.
That's all I hear.
No, she's so when she says that, LeFay's gonna turn and walk backwards as she's watching them, and she's gonna be like, "Dungeon initiatives."
Where's that arm going? Where's that arm going? I didn't. Let's say 1942. Calm down.
We should never have Yuri handle a problem. I don't know why Zoe thought that was a good idea.
It's starting to seem like the men in the group are like all more behaved.
The women are savages, bruh.
I don't think they're savages. I think they're just mentally not stable.
I mean that too.
Most likely.
That's how she.
LeFay,
That's what.
you say this, and the man goes, just smirks and looks over at Zoe, reaches back into his shirt pocket and pulls out his coin sack, and he gives you 50 gold.
That's it?
That should cover a wagon.
Zoe takes the coin. I will apologize for my sister's acts. I didn't, at her actions, I didn't think that that's what was going to come out of her own mouth.
Your initiative members.
Oh no.
I hope the gold lasts a little bit. I hear you're
She's
all
just
going
gonna.
to need it. I hear you're all
my
going to need it.
She's gonna look at LeFay like, I am going to strangle you right now.
Yeah, he fixes his coat, looks
gonna
around
be
the
like-
room.
Yuri kind of turns her head back. What does that mean?
He leaves the room.
She looks at her sister. Is there something that I need to know?
So I'm guessing that I did something I wasn't supposed to do. She's gonna run.
You are not running. You are cleaning up this mess.
Riza's like just in the room with you guys after LeFay booked it, and just.
Is she still eating?
I'm almost done. And you see for sure there's like a quarter of the plate left.
Zoe's gonna miss the step before LeFay books. And she's gonna put her hands right on her shoulders. You are not running. You are helping me clean up this mess. You are the one that got us into this trouble right now.
Riza holds up a salami. Yeah, you gotta take some responsibilities. She swallows. Babe, did you eat enough though, by the way? I'll leave you some.
I tried taking the wand away from him. To freeze him.
Next time, do not make the mother mad.
Why?
Sorry.
Why wouldn't you make the mother mad? Why did he have the stick to begin with, sis?
I don't know why he had the stick to begin with, and apparently the father didn't realize he had a stick.
Well, maybe you should have went and handled the recombinant problem.
You told me to go handle the horses.
The horses needed someone that could. Don't you do it? I will put you in a box.
What's the here?
And both Zoe and Yuri kind of stand and glare at LeFay. Go clean!
Control that fire.
Yeah, the cart is now long gone.
Oh my! I feel like I'm getting yelled at for real.
It could have gone anywhere in the city.
No, I'm getting yelled at for real. No.
At least it doesn't have our logo on it.
The group of the night knockers, you guys are cleaning up. Eventually they come back, and Sam comes into the room and he goes, "Hey, why are we missing a cart?"
Pixies.
She's gonna look at LaFay.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, LaFay. Why are we missing a cart? And why do we only have 50 gold, LaFay?
You know what?
Dude, there's so much gold conversation that I don't even recognize like where half the gold went. It's like, what are you talking about?
Why do we only receive 50 gold?
Wait, is the pixies, are they still in LaFay's cloak all the time?
There's no more pixies. The chefs are like they have a couple boxes of them, and they're rattling around inside, and they're trying to decide what to do with them. Xenagos came up with an idea. He says, they would make a really good appetizer if we cook them
Just wax them
correctly.
against the wall as far as you can.
We just have to hit them so they don't suffer. But since they're magical pixies, maybe they won't feel anything at all. It'll be like a moth when they.
She's gonna like grab her cloak. You know what? Puts it on. I'm very sorry, okay? I did not mean this.
Riza's sweeping behind you. Accountability. It's good to take it.
That's crazy.
LaFay's ears are just gonna be like in a way.
So yeah, the group all figuring this stuff out here. Back at the initiative. What's everybody doing?
Not fucking shit up.
I bet they're not dealing with pixies.
I'm waiting to come home.
I assume that you guys are about to come back in, right?
Oh, okay. We're all together if they do come back in.
Okay.
But LaFay cost us a wagon.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Why did you mention Dungeon Initiative?
He's gonna.
Why did you mention the Dungeon Initiative?
This is LaFay now. Oh my god. She's just like up whatever.
So
Are they back?
I mean, I would assume at this point you guys met up and came back, right? That's the time you spent hunting. The time you spent.
I'm assuming that if I bring a griffin along with us, that'd be like way too noticeable.
I'm bringing 3 dire wolves, so
the group's already massive, so it's not.
I mean, honestly, it looked like a royal entourage. If anything else, it might be a bigger bullet.
Actually, I got another idea stirring up in Edard's head right now. Take Queenie along with us if she's up for it.
Yeah, Queenie came along.
right.
Just keep track of your pets.
To mention this, as we were heading back, or as I was walking with Eddard to go find Hugh to go back, I relayed what Cato had mentioned about throwing the Dungeon Initiative name around. And if we were to do anything over here, to do it on our own terms as an adventuring group, not the Dungeon Initiative.
I mean, I figure as much at Mountain Slide.
Yeah. Well, he says in general, because when they found out that the Xenagos thing up in the north was done by the Dungeon Initiative, because it wasn't strictly because the king or somebody had sent us, they're kind of a little angry at that, or a little bothered. So that's why Rose Gold was here, was to talk about that and mention a few things.
Okay. I mean, wouldn't be the first time they were mad about something, but
yeah. But
yeah.
Fender just kind of like looks at him then and is just like, I mean, as long as we don't throw around the name the Dungeon Initiative, I think we should be fine. But
As long as that mountain slide, I think we should be pretty good.
Yeah. It's, at this point, I think our whole group of people are going to look definitely not like the dungeon initiative when we have a caravan going.
Pretty much just don't throw the name around.
No.
Anyone.
Finner just kind of like looks at Eddard. You don't think they already did that, did you?
Of course not. At our kidding.
Yeah, and Hugh, you did join Eddard and Fen at this point. You guys are in the town square.
I don't know. Those three ladies are kind of dumb sometimes. I wouldn't put it past them if they did.
Well, I mean, the only person who I'd assume do something so reckless is you. Honestly, you're here. I believe LaFay only has a thing about doors, but she's kind of trustworthy. Zoe's just very collected.
I don't know about that.
Her sister seems also very collected. From what I've noticed so far.
I think we
night makers know how to keep a scene at least visible.
Why am I the wild card?
I think we're good.
So yeah, I think everything should be fine when we get back.
Yeah, so yeah, we got everything we needed. Eddard starts casting the portal.
As he's casting the portal, Fen, you notice that the meat stand is completely closed. The store itself has been shut down. There's a sign that says closed, and closing and locking the door, you see Maurice from the day before. And he's got like this red headband on, and he puts on a big yellow hat, and he's got on like this like big open shirt, and he's got like a bag over his back,
You did
and he's got a stick over his shoulder. He turns and he looks at you, and he goes, "Hey!" And he runs over.
Straight pimping.
So I took that 100 gold, right? And I took a forward on my payment, I quit my job, and now I'm going to Sweetwater.
Huh.
You want to join us?
Where are you guys going?
Well, we're going to head to Mountain Slide real fast, and then we're going to go take that to Desperata, then to Sweetwater.
Okay. How are we getting there? You cast the portal.
Some Doctor Strange shit.
Like the look in his eyes is just like, oh my god, it starts.
Quick question before you come. Are you okay with swords and arrows and possibly fire?
And death.
You're asking Maurice?
Yeah.
Maurice, I cannot feel my legs.
That sounds like everything I could expect from an adventure.
Can you wield a weapon?
He like reaches down, he pulls out a little hand axe.
Oh my god.
I like him.
Adorable.
I give him a little
Gonna end
hammer.
up dead.
Wagon.
What?
You can come along, but you're staying in the wagon if anything happens.
Like he
The
looks
one
at the
that have been
portal.
set on fire.
He looks at the portal and he goes, "I'm gonna make my parents proud," and he runs through. And everybody who's at the inn cleaning up, he runs through and like he steps on a pile of dirt that's one of you had like swept into a corner.
Zoe's gonna give like a look.
Hey, I met you yesterday. How's it going? He like
Hi,
stomps
Marie.
over to you, tracking the dirt with him. Sorry about that. I just came in through this portal thingy right here. And that's when the rest of the group comes through, along with Queenie. Right in the middle of the inn.
and then the three dire wolves looking around window looker.
Nope,
Zoe's
it's in the
just
middle
gonna
of the inn.
stare.
The clerk at the desk is just like,
What the fuck happened here?
Zoe's gonna immediately look at LaFay.
Yuri's gonna.
Her?
Yuri's just gonna look at Eddard pixies.
Where did the pixies come from?
Crotch goblins.
There were goblins here.
yeah,
Zoe's just
Maurice
gonna
is
let
like,
out a face.
goblins, and he takes out the hand axe.
Oh my god.
Maurice, chill. Relax.
I'm so ready for this, you don't understand. I feel the swell of adventure in my chest.
Zoe said I
that
couldn't
could be
call them
heartbreaking.
That's just the
Hellspawn.
portal stuff.
That could be heartbreaking.
Zoe's gonna walk up to Eddard and Fenrir. So basically what happened was LaFay noticed a child that was hitting a stick at a table. And out came pixies from this said stick.
Lots of pixies.
She froze the child to
Crotch
take
goblin.
the stick. Stop it. And it pissed off the mother.
Goblin
And
Queen.
then I pissed off the father.
Goblin
And
King.
he heard LaFay say dungeon initiative, and he gave us a smirk and only gave us 50 gold for the
by the
wagon
way,
we lost.
The wagon was on fire. We lost 2 horses and a wagon.
Wait. Did you say pixies?
Uh-huh.
Where are they?
No, Hugh. Hugh. No. They're probably not even real pixies.
Where are they?
In a box.
Where?
Dead.
Where?
They're being made into appetizers right now.
I start running to the kitchen.
Do we have any pixies?
You just hear the Zoidberg noise. As I run to the kitchen.
LaFay's gonna put her cloak up as she hears this. And she's like,
She grabs the back of LaFay's cloak and rugs her down. Sit your ass down.
You stop right there.
I come collect LaFay and get her out of there. I just drag her to the kitchen.
Even though Fenrir's like clean shaven and kind of like nice looking currently, he still has that menacing like really.
He also said that we would be losing gold.
Yeah, he was kind of cocky about it.
Well, I mean, the people here don't like us, so.
Okay.
I don't have anything to do with the dungeon initiative. I have no idea what you guys are.
Yeah, but not associate with us since you're standing right here with us, and LaFay said dungeon initiative, and you spoke to family apparently. So yeah, you're
Guilty
kind
by
of
association.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
She just starts muttering in Celestial.
Zoe's just gonna look at her. Really?
Yes, really.
You're such a sassy little thing. You know that, right?
LaFay's gonna sit there like a child put on like ground, like just grounded.
Yeah.
Oh, what does Yuri say? I don't understand Celestial.
What would I be rolling? Actually, no. You better message me that. What did you say?
Oh no, she would just be saying of all the goddamn things that I have to deal with, and now the shit that I did in Sweetwater, this is all gonna bite me in the fucking ass.
Eddard would look over to you and just Celestial. What happened? Water?
And Yuri just looks up at Eddard. Oh, look at the time at the invisible watch and starts booking it towards the door.
Take me with you.
Alright, we have like what, half an hour before we leave?
After we get another wagon.
How much are the wagons?
Yeah, Sam already went to get the wagon. Just make sure you guys have any last minute gear. Hugh,
Do we have any survival pixies?
Hugh, while you're in the kitchen, you see that like you see that they're setting up these like cupcake shaped type things.
I'm like licking my fingers.
and Xenagos is just like perfection. It'll be like cornbread almost. But a little meat.
I stick my hand over the counter as I can't really see. I'm trying to reach up to grab a pixie.
There are no pixies.
Reaching up there.
There are no pixies.
I get really mad. I kind of lean over the counter. I start.
You see Franklin in the corner of the kitchen, and he's cleaning out what looks like a grinder.
There's no crunch?
Oh,
There's no crunch?
Oh,
Oh,
Zoe's
there's
gonna.
definitely crunch. And like he
Oh,
hands you one of the
Jesus.
muffins.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
I hope you like cornbread.
I like cornbread.
The dust makes for a perfect taste.
I'll take a bite of it. This is good. Oh,
oh God.
Fen, Fen, come here.
Here, I have
Oh,
6
no.
more. And like he gives you a whole tray of them. And when you eat them,
Mm-hmm.
you gain feather fall for 1 hour.
That's cool.
I'm gonna start stuffing these into into like my little bag or wherever. I'm just stuffing them in my pockets for later. Not, I'm not even gonna share these with people. These are mine.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm
you
heavy
should
as
share because you weren't the one that captured them.
I don't care. I'm heavier than you.
What does that have to do with anything?
I fall harder.
That's not how that works.
No, I fall harder. He's gonna slow me.
Outside, you guys hear a wagon rolling up, along with 2 fresh horses. Sam like hops off, and he's looking like super irritated as he comes in through the door. I really had to work for it, and I did the best I can. But here, Zoe, and he hands you 30 gold. I got a deal
She's
on the
gonna
wagon.
take his hand. She's gonna take his hand and put the gold back into it.
Mm,
Keep it.
okay.
Okay.
So a thing about the horses.
What?
So the wagon, it's shaped like the other wagons. It's just a little creaky in some places. And when he like leads you outside, you see the horses are like kind of skinny,
Oh no.
and one of them like keeps shaking his head left and right every few seconds. Just.
Well, I could probably fix the carriage. I can't do much about the horses. I'm just gonna make them into glue.
Sam was just like, there's a technical term for what they would call this horse, but I don't know if it's appropriate to say out loud.
Your
She's
mother.
just gonna look at the horse. Oh, look. It's literally like window liquor.
Hey,
Yeah,
you leave him alone.
You hear window liquor, like kind of like he catches what you say, and from behind you you hear say, "I'm not that stupid."
No, you're special and you're perfect how you are.
Yuri by this point is like on the back of Biscuit. She has like yeeted herself to the front of the line.
Yeah, the night knockers are starting to like put gear on top of the wagons, consisting of a couple barrels of food. Looks like apples and grain and rice. There's a couple of like the rear wagon. They start filling it with like their stuff, putting in any extra gear into the back. But Sam comes over to what?
I'm just picturing like Edar just kind of standing there, like anytime like something goes wrong or it's just like completely out there. It's just.
You ever seen that? You ever seen that scene from Community where he goes down just to get the pizzas?
Yeah.
Back to the apartment and everything's on fire. Somebody's screaming. There's a person bleeding on the ground.
That's what happened here.
Zoe's gonna walk back in and go towards Xenagos.
He gives you back 330 gold, and then takes like
330.
So it's 320 actually, and then takes 10 and goes over to Yuri. I didn't really need it all. Here you go.
And she just kind of shakes her head. You keep it.
Oh, thank you.
Here, I'll hand him 150
Oh,
for all the bullshit.
Well, there's no problem at all, except it was disappointing losing that wagon. The new one we got is kind of fishy.
Yeah, just try to see if you guys can fix it up, look nice, and I'll go get Ona.
Maybe we can put like all the best stuff on that one, because nobody's gonna think to steal from that one.
Whatever. We
That's true.
gotta make this look really convincing. So. Also, you might want to change into something that doesn't show off all the armor and weapons.
Yuri has changed into just a silk robe, and she's wearing leathers under it, but it just looks like she's a carrier for the front. So.
Yeah.
Fenrir doesn't wear armor.
He was gonna still wear his armor, except I'm gonna hide in one of the barrels.
Yeah, Riza's all geared up, and LaFay, it's the first time you see Riza in her armor. She's wearing like this mix of plate and leather. There's like these spikes coming off of her shoulder. If you ever seen like Mad Max, it looks very similar to the type of stuff they wear there.
Oh, nice.
She's even got a pair of goggles on her forehead.
Aww.
Dual hand axes on her hips.
Fenrir kind of like looks at Riza. Huh.
Like you cut, G.
Buffet. You're so beautiful.
She's so smitten. I love it.
Fenrir just like...
She like puts her hand on your face, just taps it. Get your head in the game, babe.
Her ear is just like
grabs her gently by the ear and just tugs her.
He kind of like looks at Riza. Punch me.
What?
Just right in my chest. Punch me.
Oh, he does this all the time.
He jumps up and punches him instead. Yeah.
Don't even need the roll. I'm allowing it to hit.
Remember, she got 28.
That would hit.
Yeah.
And he's just grin.
Like looks at you, like she gets a big grin on her face, and then.
How much damage would I take?
Ooh, can you do damage as well?
Yep.
I mean, since she's just doing like her fists.
It's 1 plus whatever her strength modifier is.
So it'd be like 4.
4 points?
Mm-hmm. She has like other modifiers and stuff, but since we're just doing the regular fist punch.
Oh, go on, fun!
No.
Happy.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Xenagos?
Oh, I was getting to that.
Okay.
He's cooking my muffins.
Xenagos, Franklin, and Folkvar, they're like in the kitchens all singing and cooking and terrorizing the people working there. There's like one guy like sitting in a corner who looks like he's supposed to be the chef, and Xenagos like puts a hat on his head and he's like, "Ay, amor, canta y no llores," and all of them are just like, and Folkvar is just like.
So much.
Yeah, Franklin speaks for the group, and he's like, "I think we're gonna hang back here. If you guys need us, well, I'm sure you can like reach out to us."
Of course.
Kind of got a crowd going, you know. We need to like find a new thing to do.
Oh, babe. And she's gonna look at Xenagos. Please don't try to burn anything down.
I definitely won't. Just be safe, okay?
Of course, and thank you for the meal.
Of course.
And she actually like kisses his cheek and just walks out.
He just stands there, frozen. And as like as you head out the door and it swings closed behind you, you just hear "Yeah! Yeah!" And like all of them are just like yeah.
Fenrir kind of like looks at you as you like leave the building.
Gonna be like trying not to like show that she's laughing right now.
You guys also notice that the Night Knockers have like taken what scraps they have to kind of cover the wagon up, and like all the holes that were like around the cloth, they've like covered them up and patched them down as best they can, and like it just looks it's pretty shabby. But they confidently look at the rest of you and they're just like, yeah, This is good. This is good. And they smack the back of the wagon, and you see the wagon kind of like tilt a little bit. As long as we don't go too fast, right? We should be fine. Should be fine. But Sam, like on top of the front wagon, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna go find ourselves some bandits to fuck up. Teach them what the night knockers are all about. And all of them are like, yeah!
Oh no.
And they start hopping onto the wagons, and Sam looks at the rest of you. You guys ready?
How many wagons again?
3 wagons, and there's 12 men, including Sam being 13 out of the night knockers, and then the rest of you. So some people are walking.
You're like
Zoe-
watching this?
Zoe's gonna be on Bullet.
All right. So as the caravan assembles.
Did I get Ona also?
Oh yeah, Ona came down, and she's all freshed up in her outfit as well. The pendant of the Raven Queen hanging there.
I'm gonna put some like other clothes on her. That way she just looks less conspicuous, I guess.
She lets you do it the whole time she's like this.
All right, and put the hoodie up.
Am I ready, Dad? Am I ready?
Give me a smile. All right. All right. Here's another bag of candy.
I'm gonna go ride on the horse. And she like runs up to the front and like climbs up on top of one of the horses.
She completely ignored Queenie. Oh damn.
Queenie does look a little,
It's okay.
but she's like she's disappointed at first, but then she notices Crag, and Crag does like one of these. Makes eye contact with Queenie. And as the caravan begins to roll out, we are going to take a quick break.
Like,
Crowd just smoldered Queenie.
Yes. I'm going to switch us to a break here, and we can still chat, so it'll still be going. But 15-minute break, if everybody's all set, and we'll meet back here.
All right.
It's about another half day before you reach the actual swampland, so there's time.
Okay. Yuri kind of makes her way towards her sister, letting someone else ride Biscuit for a little while. So she's like walking beside her sister in just quiet contemplation. So, where are we headed again? Like, what are these bandits doing?
They hijacking caravans?
I get that, but is it something that's directly affecting us somehow?
I feel like it's more of like a mercenary kind of job.
Ah, okay.
Not including the dungeon initiative, but kind of like it's a freelance work.
Well, you keep saying dungeon initiative, and I have no idea what that is.
It's the cool kids club. It's where we're part of. All the strong people. The people that want to make a difference in this world.
Finner kind of like looks up from where he's like turning the meat over a fire. The dungeon initiative is kind of like a group of people that just want to realistically help things, whether it be stopping some problems or just assisting some smaller towns or settlements, or at least that's what I've noticed from it.
Vi, do you have a video playing?
No.
We're getting like echo from you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I kept hearing your voice coming through double through her.
That's strange. So, okay. But basically, Hugh's not wrong. We help others and do things and explore regions unexplored. But yeah, at the end of the day, sometimes we're just mercenaries or adventurers just going out to do helpful things and assist others.
Okay, I guess I can understand that. Is it something that you and my sister have sworn to do? I'm just trying to understand the point of it all.
I don't mind being around it being around this area for as long as I need to be. I kind of like it. It's nice. I've always been searching for a challenge, and every time I've spent time with some of these people, a challenge has presented itself. Zoe, I know she's always looking for ways to help other people, and this being an outlet for her, she can always help people, whether it be through medicines, herbs, or learning whatever she needs to learn. She's come quite a long way, actually.
That sounds like my sister. She was always really altruistic.
Yeah, she kept the entire village healthy. By herself,
Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, well, it was good talking to you guys. I am gonna go check the rest of the caravan and make sure that we don't have any issues that are gonna crop up. And she just kind of walks away. She's trying to understand, but Yuri just has this confused look on her face because she's not really an altruistic person at all. So this is kind of a foreign concept for her.
Yeah, the rest of the group, after getting ready for the day, they pack up their gear, they ready the wagons, get the horses equipped. Sam hopping into his normal spot. Ona hops up next to him, and Maurice climbs on top of the another wagon, and they start to head out. So the morning.
How's Maurice looking so far?
He just has this big smile on his face no matter what the situation is. He's just kind of looking around. He always has his hand on his holster, getting ready to draw his weapon with the slightest sound or distraction. But the rest of the day seems to go on. About midday, you guys are starting to get close to the swampland. And by the time it's night, you guys are within the swamplands themselves. It's as it always is. It has this muggy, bogged down feeling in it. You get the feeling that there's always something watching you. Window Liquor in particular runs to the front of the caravan, and he's kind of scanning the field along with the other wolves. But nothing seems to kind of get their attention or bring worry to the group, except for the unease of being in this swamp land. Sam goes over to Eddard. So how do we want to do this?
How long does it take to get through the swamp?
Well, if we push through the night, it's going to take us about 3.5 days to get to Desperada.
That's just through the swamp itself. If that's the case, we're probably gonna have to put half of the group into shifts. Some of us sleep during the day, the others sleep at night.
Well, there's 13 of me and my guys. We'll take first shift, and then we'll swap out at night with you guys.
That sounds about right, especially since I can see more than you can at night, anyways.
So Sam goes off to get the group coordinated and let them know what the situation is going to be. So that leaves you with Ona, Riza, the Three Wolves, Queenie, and the rest of the group.
Talk with Zoe real quick, see if she can talk to the horses, see if they're okay with traveling for 24 hours without stopping.
Zoe's gonna look at you and she'll smile. I'll get them settled for that. And she's gonna go over towards the horses and start to explain. Start to ask them, are you guys... My brain just malfunctioned. Traveling during the night?
Yeah.
Are you guys comfortable with traveling during the night?
So, two of the wagons are, they seem pretty confident, they're strong. It's the wagon that's all beat up with the odd looking horse on it that seems to kind of be giving some trouble as they respond, my legs hurt.
Where does it hurt?
Hurts right there. Looks down. Right there.
She's just gonna stare at him and then look at his leg.
When they turn their head towards you, one eye is looking straight at you, the other one's looking straight out.
God.
It's the fucking
She's just
horse.
gonna she's just gonna pat the horse and then go towards Eddard.
It's just gonna start gnawing on his skull, just gumming.
Yeah, he tries to bite the other horse actually.
Oh god.
Jesus.
The night knocker at the reins has to kind of whip him a couple times to stop. Not hard, but get his attention.
You know the wagon, right, Eddard?
What was that?
The wagon with the very, very disturbing horse.
What about it?
He is the only one saying no to walking more during the night because his leg hurts. The others are perfectly fine. Just that one said no, basically.
Give me a second.
I went under me.
You look like you got attacked by something.
No, we got a roach running around.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
Just let me know if you see it again. Oh,
They're all
there it is.
rogues. They all roll 20s on stealth.
God. My worst nightmare.
See
I
it
kind
again?
of
Just
lost
let me know.
track of it.
It rolls high enough perception. You see it. It just goes. And then
Probably.
Alright, so it's just one of the middle horses that's against the plan?
it's the lame horse, I believe was the term.
Yeah.
Kinda leans over and raspberries Eddard's, face. Just blows hot air in it. Then looks at Zoe. Those horses back there are idiots.
I misunderstood what just happened.
Who just blew a raspberry in Eddard?
Biscuit! Jesus! Biscuit!
Yeah, I didn't catch that either, so he's as confused as I am, if not more.
He's the only horse not attached to anything.
Yeah, I mean, like you got one horse who's not gonna may or may not travel through the night.
Which wagon's the lightest right now?
Probably that one in particular.
Carry the horse.
That's more worn out.
Can the horse pull that wagon by itself?
They have two for a reason.
Just carry the horse. Fen, put it on your back.
Over at
Just
Yuri.
carry it.
Would Biscuit be alright pulling a wagon?
Yuri looks at Eddard and just kind of nods. Yeah, he's a draft. He could easily pull his weight on a wagon.
Let's make that switch. I'll watch this horse.
Okay, and she would just lead Biscuit back. He seemed to be completely at ease with doing whatever she needed, though she did take off the armor along his back. She left his face guard, though.
Okay. Eddard would just kind of like hang back with the lame horse.
One eye looks straight at you, the other one's looking straight ahead. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are planning to push on?
Yeah.
So the group who's taking first shift is basically the initiative group, right? Along with Riza, Ona, the Three Wolves, Queenie.
If it is them, yes.
So yeah, while you guys are out, it gets dark out. The caravan moves as silently as possible. The sound of people's feet hitting the wet ground, the hooves stomping around, the wagon's wheels rolling. I need you all to make perception checks.
Actually, is this a swamp that I've been through before?
Mm-hmm.
Or would I get advantage on this?
Oh, let's go! You got a fucking 19. We built different, baby. I actually opened my eyes.
Well,
25.
I got a 9.
Eddard got 15.
Okay. So if you rolled a 15 or higher, you guys can hear random little noises at night. Eddard and LaFay, you're especially not unfamiliar with this type of situation, having been through this location multiple times. At one point, though, LaFay, you got a 25.
Yeah.
You look off left, and just off the road, you see like there's this clearing where like the mud kind of gets like real, where there's like a nice swamp. I can't talk. There's a huge section of water where it's just swamp water going out, right?
Bog.
And you see, thank you. You see what looks like a black tree standing in the middle, but then it like twists and moves and kind of like moves hunched over, staring over at you like this, kind of moving with the caravan. And every time it like makes a movement, you can hear like a.
Okay, I definitely don't like that. Eddard. There's something over there.
Do I see it?
Yeah, you guys can all see it, and especially if LaFay points it out. It's the one
she's
thing
gonna
that you can
point
all
at it.
spot in the forest right now, and it's moving out in the bog.
Same pace we are.
That looks like a friend to play with. I must sacrifice it for the name of the Lord.
So Finner being in his book, he didn't really like take a good perception check. Hence the reason why I rolled a 9. So when LeFay points it out, and then he kind of like looks up over to it. Can I use the book to discern what it may be?
You can try. Roll a history check.
The fact that I'm like picturing what she sees is like absolutely terrifying.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 10.
Yeah, you can't really tell what this is. It kind of looks like a tree. It kind of looks like some sort of like mangled humanoid person. The wide eyes staring back at you guys. Some time passes. This thing is like following with you, and then slowly starts to sink into the bog. You see a couple of bubbles come up as it disappears.
Oh, I was gonna yell Baba Booey before it goes down to see if it'll make my friend. It's worked once. It must work again.
Just keep moving until it actually becomes a problem.
I mean, I'm pretty good at dealing with problems.
How's the lame horse?
What was the question?
How's the lame horse?
Lame horse looks a little skittish, but they're keeping along with you. Zoe, you can seemingly tell that it's happy to not have to be pulling the carriage. Go ahead and make a nature check.
Well,
So with a 12, you've been watching this horse for some time, and a little bit after this creature in the bog disappeared, the skittish movements kind of like went away almost immediately, and you start to realize that the horse is walking a little straight, and even its eyes are like looking the right way at times.
Oh.
are you alright?
What was that?
She asked the horse, "Are you alright?"
It kind of like shakes, almost like you just caught it in a sleep, and its right eye turns to look right at you.
She just stares.
Am I okay?
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. I'm sorry that I woke you up from your slumber.
Zoe, when its eye like turns to you, you feel unsettled. Like studying it in this time, you're starting to feel something odd about this creature. Otherwise, you guys keep going.
Shapeshifter or something. Remember the cow?
Oh, I hated that cow! Oh! You had to remind me of that cow.
Yes, I had to remind you of the cow.
I feel bad though.
I don't. I really don't.
But Damon was mad.
No. Damon wasn't mad. Damon was like, wow, I didn't realize that was what that was.
Don't feel bad. When I was asking to inspect the horse, what would that be?
Oh, so we would like to inspect the horse just a little bit more.
Go ahead and let's see. You can make an investigation if you'd like.
A 22.
Yeah, there's some of the things that the horse does, especially around this hour that you guys are on watch, that just don't seem right for a horse. And you start to kind of like get the feeling that this creature is not a horse.
Zoe's gonna look over towards Edar. Edard.
Yeah.
She's just gonna look at you and then look at the horse to see if it's like awake.
Yeah, the horse is awake. You guys are traveling right now. You guys are you haven't stopped. The night knockers are on the wagons resting as best they can, while you and the initiative members take first shift. So this whole realization that this thing might not be a horse is happening right now.
I don't think you're leading a horse right now.
Can we eat it?
The horse looks over at Edard, then back at Zoe, and tugs away a little bit.
Tighten the grip a bit more and pull his like. Right there, Edward kind of stops walking. Just like, what do you mean, not a horse?
Make a strength check.
Can I proceed to come help him restrain said horse as soon as he says that?
This is one of those infamous scenes where it's like, what do you mean not? Oh!
It's the dog with the old lady. This gets yanked.
Dirty 20.
The seemingly horse yanks away out of your grip, and Zoe, you see that like as it turns, it lifts its front legs and starts walking on its rear legs, and like goes off the side of the road towards the bog. And then it falls on all fours and turns towards you guys, and you see that its head is morphing into a humanoid face with an elongated mouth that goes. The horses on the other wagons begin to kind of shift and move and try to pull away and run down the road.
It's a skinwalker. Oh god.
Skinwalker, kind of like on all fours looking at all of you, just crawls away into the bog.
I'm gonna fire off 3 Eldritch Blast at it.
Go ahead.
He's on one of the wagons, so if you guys like.
Zoe actually.
While Edard's casting this, the front wagon lurches forward and starts to charge, almost at full speed.
19 on the first one.
With a 19, you do hit it.
Fenrir being on the leading carriage, he's gonna try and stop the horses. That was the one that chose from earlier.
Go ahead and make a animal handling.
That's 8 damage on the first one.
You strike it. That seems to like flail in the water.
27.
Can I make friends with him?
27. You pull on the reins and you're helping with who would have ridden in the front with you?
Sam? I thought it was Sam.
Sam went to bed for the second shift.
Oh yeah.
If it wasn't
at this point,
Yuri should have been up front with Biscuit, I believe.
Okay, then
Yuri.
Between the two of you, you both managed to get control of the horses, who still seem very spooked as to what's happening. The noise that it made, it almost seems like it seems to be coming from different directions now.
The second Eldritch Blast was a natural 20 for a total 28.
Solid.
Let's go.
Do you want to make friends with Skinwalker?
The other wagon, they start to hit, the reins and pull the wagons forward. Edard's casting Eldritch Blast at this thing as it runs off into the water. Edard, when you strike it with the second hit, it spins and flails into the water and disappears for a second, and then it jumps out and starts to crawl back towards you. But as you do, a large, what looks like a black vine whips out, grabs it around the throat, and pulls it back into the water.
Seeing that, I pulled the third Eldritch Blast and just... might want to just keep on moving. Keep moving.
And as you guys push on the wagons, you are undisturbed for the rest of the night.
Fenrir looks over at Yuri You also heard those, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
What exactly can you be capable of? Can you like create a magic circle or like a barrier of some kind?
I could.
I think I'd be a lot more comfortable with that.
One sec. I'm still learning her.
Zoe is officially traumatized.
At least I think the horses would be a lot more comfortable with that too, knowing they have some sort of form of protection.
I can't trust any other animals now.
You see that squirrel over there?
No.
All right.
Do I,
Mhm.
do I see how Zoe acting after that?
I mean, yeah, you guys are all close to each other.
You alright?
I don't know how I feel. I don't know if I was supposed to have screamed or passed out. I don't trust any horse now because that was terrifying.
The fact that it stood up and ran away, I was just thinking it like got hands and feet for a second, and it just started running into
It made me think of the glitch from Sims 4's Horse Ranch right now with how they're moving.
Oh.
Yeah, and after you respond to him, Zoe, you guys are walking. Sam like starts to wake up in the cart, and he's like, "It's time for the shift change."
No, you got a couple more hours, I think.
And you guys hear a voice out in the woods say, "Help me! Help me!"
No.
I just look at Zoe and
She's
keep.
Please help!
she's just like, she's literally hugging your arm right now, like terrified now.
Like push her forward and just get on the wagon.
Edard, you suddenly hear your dad's voice. Edard, are you here? Please, I'm lost. I can't see. And as you guys continue down the road, you consistently hear different little voices coming from different directions.
I just look back up at Zoe, just like, welcome
She's-
to the Mesa.
She's just like covering her ears, looking at you with wide eyes. Like, what did I get myself into?
Ona like turns her head and like leans over the back of the wagon, looks back at all of you. Hey, don't listen to the voices, okay?
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you.
And she holds up a hand and she casts spiritual weapon, and the weapon like floats around the group.
To go with hers, Yuri also cast out and summons her celestial to get beside her as it patrols the edge, and she will cast an aura of purity, and just kind of stay in the center of it, so it's kind of engulfing everyone, just so that they can not be tempted. Give me a sec. So it just kind of burst out of her, because that is literally all I gave her. Remember, she's not very friendly or helpful.
Alright, so she does this. Riza is like on top of one of the wagons, all like excited and staring into the darkness.
Jesus.
Hide.
I hope you guys aren't scared of some voices.
I don't think they're scared of voices. I think it's more of what the voices could be conjured from.
You think those were what I think they were?
It depends on what you think they were.
It's definitely a skinwalker.
I mean, yeah, that was probably what that was.
I've only heard stories from my mom.
How many adventures have you been on, young one?
She slowly turns her head to you. This is my
One.
first one.
You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, but it's so exciting, isn't it?
No,
You know, like she's
She
like
looks-
savagely looking around, grinning with her pointy teeth.
She looks at LaFay. Isn't she with you?
Yes.
Oh god.
Riza's doing the whole like look around thing, and all of a sudden in the distance you guys hear, "Ah!" And Riza like kind of jumps a little bit.
Zoe's fur is literally puffed up like a ball.
Yuri seems relatively calm. She just seems like, and she's, oddly enough, for her being so garish, her celestial is a unicorn, so they have a unicorn prancing around them. It's kind of funny. And wherever it steps, it kind of lights up the path a little bit.
I think I'm gonna have nightmares. And just the fact that I'm gonna end up having nightmares, not just in D&D, it's also gonna be my nightmares in sleep tonight.
Stay off TikTok, because I promise you tonight you're gonna get creepy TikTok.
No shit, right?
Oh, tell me about it.
Tonight we're all gonna get flooded with that shit.
Sweet.
And she just kind of looks back at Riza. Have you ever fought before?
A couple of scraps here and there, some of the guys in town. Never actually killed anyone, though, if that's what you're really asking.
Okay. Alright. She's just, like, glaring daggers at LaFay, like, why did you bring this innocent soul out into this?
LaFay is going to, like, kind of sink in, like, oh, I'm in trouble.
I'm so traumatized still.
So real question. You guys want to friend the skinwalker, or do we want to kill
No!
Wait.
But I mean...
No, skinwalker not friend.
Definitely not food.
Well,
Definitely
no,
not
definitely
friend.
not food.
But it can be friend.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, I bet you I could convince it.
It's right now.
No, and Yuri kind of looks, who's right beside Yuri?
Fenrir.
She looks at Finn, she's like, it's not really the skinwalker I'm worried about, it's what drugged the skinwalker into the bog.
Oh yeah, the weird creepy tentacle thing, right?
Yeah, I'm not so much worried about the skinwalker.
Who all is steering what?
Have a skinwalker the whole time.
Yeah. How the fuck? No, my question is if that... Hold the fuck on. Where did we buy that horse?
Same place you got the rest of the wagons.
Fenrir kind of slowly starts to look at all the other horses.
How farther are we, Edard?
How much further?
About 3 more days.
So we are out of the swamp?
Until you get to Desperado.
How long until we're out of the swamp?
Desperado is like in the middle of the swamp.
Aww.
Yeah, remember how the town was like at one point covered in like mist, and when you got there, it's like the surrounding area.
Oh, the surrounding area became swampy now?
It's the swamp land. It's been like that since the beginning.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's just much clearer and a higher ground, so it's not bogged or anything like that.
Okay.
They were able to make sufficient land there. build a town. It's just a creepy town because of where it's at.
It's kind of like
Mudlock
He's
is
walking around Bullet.
further north of there. I mean, it's just as creepy, except it's sitting more so on top of a hill. Like that whole town.
So Desperado's area is creepy, but less
Yeah,
creepy.
like this is Desperado right here. This is the surrounding area. So you're currently like right around here.
I think it's just because it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. But yeah. Time passes.
So yeah, about 3 days.
Some time passes, and you guys do your change.
you talk to all the horses.
It eventually turns to day, and the voices and the weird noises start to go away. Sam and some of the other night knockers, they start to pass out some rations to everybody so everybody can have something to eat while they're on their way. Morning turns to midday. Midday turns into afternoon, and it is still another day without being attacked or spotting any other type of human life. Sam is just kind of looking around like, before we know it, we're going to be in Desperado. Do we want to just keep pushing on?
How's the road looking? Like, does it split off at any point?
Nope, just going straight down and disappearing out.
Is there like a... Go ahead first. You go. Do it.
Oh. Let's just keep on going until there's eventually a fork in the road.
Well, the road goes right to Desperado. It's going to be some time before we see a fork.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just keep going straight to there then.
Is there a dry patch coming up at all?
Mm-mm.
It's all mostly swamp.
Yeah, it's essentially a huge area, yeah, going around like that. It's either dead forest, bogs, or swampy areas, dead trees. The further north you go, the mistier it gets. You guys are luckily like further south of where things get really nasty.
Is this basically a starting area of our campaign?
No.
While we're traveling, Fenrir's
It's
gonna
like
try
another
to.
week away.
Fenrir's gonna try to practice like a few whistle commands, like doing like a low pitched whistle for Crag to get his attention, a higher pitched whistle for Bullet, and then like a chirping whistle for Window Licker.
Chirping whistle.
Yuri's fox ears twitch and back and forth, and she kind of cringes every time he whistles.
Zoe's literally staring like, why is he doing this right now?
Yeah, you do this for maybe a couple hours, practicing every here and there. The wolves play along with you. Crag and Bullet obviously a little more attentive and learning faster, whereas Window Licker takes most of the day to kind of like even tell the difference between the different sounds that you're making with them. I assume that as it starts to turn tonight, you guys are going to have the same group of people, but are you guys going to hoof it overnight again, or are you going to pick a spot to take a break?
Probably like around 12. I would suggest to let the horses rest.
I have plant growth.
And then, like after they're done resting and everything, we'll start pushing it for the next 24 hours.
Okay. So first shift, you guys, split it off the same way you did before.
Well, we're going to have the horses resting during the day. That way they can keep moving throughout the night.
Okay, so you take a break before it gets dark?
Yeah.
I should have said that a little earlier.
And Yuri does, and Yuri does cast Sanctuary over their little group while they rest.
So while the horses are moving with the caravan, whoever else is still awake, who's awake at this time with the horses at night? Is it just everybody?
Yeah.
At nighttime?
I mean, that's
It's
what
at night.
Edward's saying. You said you let the horses rest during the day to walk through the night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nighttime would be the worst time to have them resting. So
So yeah, they're
That-
they're trotting through the night. More weird noises and creatures moving around. Go ahead and make perception checks.
Oh god damn you. Any more trauma? Any more like nightmares? What am I rolling again? Perception?
Jesus.
Oh come on.
I got a nat 1.
Uh,
Just lots of.
What about you, Vi? What'd you get?
13.
So, if you got above a 10,
Oh, thank God.
off to the right, you guys kind of spot what looks like these ruins. Looks like an old, like, stonework of homes and stuff like that. Long ago abandoned, had been sitting there for a long time. It's got vines and stuff growing over it. And Edward LaFay, you guys had seen it in passing before, but it had never been a place that's important enough to remember. You just see it as part of the bog.
Not Annabelle's family's old houses.
Nope, that's way further out northeast.
Okay.
You guys aren't close to any of that, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're like way far away from that.
I keep forgetting the placement sometimes. Sorry.
I'm good. But you guys see these ruins and pay no mind to it other than seeing it. And then, who rolled the highest?
Me.
Who said me?
Yuri.
Okay, so Yuri, you spot that there's, looks like some guy in a white hat and a white t-shirt and khakis, right? He's like in front of one of the windows, going like this, looking inside of the ruins. And he seems to be yelling something. And you guys can just hear like an echo of like, "Oye, puta madre!"
So.
It's dark. It's almost middle of the night. Like,
Yes, Puerto Rico.
and you just see some random guy yelling into a abandoned place.
So Yuri kind of grabs Zoe and Finn and whoever's like closest to her's attention, and she's like, "Do you guys see that guy, or am I hallucinating?"
Are you sure it's not a skinwalker?
Yeah, you guys most definitely see him through the forest, trees, and stuff. And he's there, and he's like dancing around, and then every once in a while turns to the building. Oye, puta madre! Hey!
How far away would you say he is?
Like 60 feet.
I want to throw a rock at him.
Finn!
Okay, you throw the rock.
No, I agree
Are you
with
trying to get
this.
his attention, or are you trying to hit him?
Trying to hit him.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh my god.
Super fast ball incoming.
Oh god.
That'd be a 28.
Yeah, you throw this thing, and it strikes him across the face, and he goes down.
What did you
Killed
just
him.
do?
I think you killed him.
He starts to kind of get up. Puta madre! Ay!
Oh my god.
Ay! Ay! And Fen, you see him yelling, right? And then at the like almost like what looks like a window of the abandoned ruins, you see like a head float out and then disappear.
Did you just say float out?
Yep, it kind of goes.
Oh god.
Like it peaks, basically.
Yep.
Who's yelling?
And the guy on the floor, he sees this and he's like, "Te voy a matar! Te voy a fucking matar!" And then he runs over and then he comes back with a flaming stick and charges in through the window.
Okay, we're just gonna let him die.
She wants to investigate.
Yuri 100% does not
I
move.
don't want to. I don't want to go over there.
I do.
I think I can throw you over there.
Should I go over there?
Can I throw you?
Why don't you
No.
both go over there?
But I don't want to
Yeah.
go.
Then why are you
Pussy.
throwing him over there?
Because he wants to go.
You come with me.
But
Don't be a
what
chicken.
happens if he gets stuck over there and then something kidnaps him?
He's got the power of the Lord with him.
I mean, he does have a hammer, and then he also has those pixie cupcakes.
That's right. I start drawing at the moon after hearing about that.
It's the fact that you actually forgot about that.
Hey, he was simple-minded.
Jesus Christ. Why don't both of you go over there, find out what is going on?
I
Don't.
Sam,
I saw
Sam and the others, they like had stopped the wagons up ahead, and they're just like, "Hey, should we like keep going, or what are we waiting for?"
Let's
just keep going.
Let's keep going.
Let's investigate. This could be great.
No, I would rather get to Desperado.
Desperado.
Okay, then how
Hey,
about
you guys gave
Ben?
the horses like the control right now.
Okay, how about this? How about Ben and I we'll
You guys
deal
assigned
with
to
this,
well.
and we'll take 2 of the dire wolves with us. I'll take
You are not
Window Licker.
taking Bullet. And
Take
you're
whoever
not
you
taking
want.
Crag.
I'm being smart, and I'm staying in the wagon.
Yeah, Window Licker is staring off in that direction, like.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What do you think, Window Licker?
Come on, boy. You wanna go murder people?
Do you want to go over
reward?
there, or do you want to keep going straight?
Window Licker like backs away from that direction.
All right, we're going straight.
And as you guys we continue forward, Hugh, the last thing you see is the guy like fly out the window, like he just got thrown out. Puta madre!
Yep. Yep.
And
see what's happening.
if you're still looking, you do see that there's 2 other people that run up. One of them looks like a woman with a big chart in her hands and a pen in the other, and she's like looking over the guy, and they're just all like yelling and talking to each other in the middle of the dark.
I'm the only one that's interested in the ship.
What are you referencing here? I feel like you're referencing something.
I do too.
It's definitely a reference to something. I'll tell you guys after the session if you don't decide to go back. But if you're pressing
I want to go. I want to go, boys. Come on.
No.
Sorry, I'm back.
Little
Welcome
side
back.
quest.
All
It'll be fun.
No.
Well,
I'm staying away from the skinwalkers.
all right.
Wow.
As the night continues on, you guys shift change, put assignments to who's on the carriages and whatsoever. But it goes into the next day, and oddly enough, this part of the forest kind of clears out, and you can kind of see everything around you more than 100 feet. It's not as worn down or dead or smoky as it is at night. It's actually seeming like the clouds are parted and the sunlight's actually coming through around here. And from this perspective, you guys can kind of make out maybe about another half-day journey, just the rooftops of the buildings ahead in the town of Desperado.
Weird. This adventure has been. Are we sure that it was bandits that we're dealing with?
To be truthful, I don't really know.
I mean, we could have gotten information out of those people at the fucking woods, but no, you guys wanted to stay in the caravan because you guys are a bunch of scaredy
She
cats.
puts the lid on Hugh's barrel.
Ona is like listening in on you guys, and she says, "What if the people we're looking for are just moving in the same direction, and we're just a day or 2 behind?"
She looks at Ona. She's like, That's actually
That makes sense.
a smart thought. She lifts the lid from Hugh's barrel.
Are you done?
But looks back at Ona. Go on, Ona. Go on.
I just had an idea. We don't really see a whole lot of people on the road out here, but I have seen some footprints along the way. I kept track of them since nobody else did.
Let's go tell your dad.
Why didn't you say this sooner, Ona?
Because at first I just thought it was normal people walking through, and then they disappeared after we got deeper in this forest. But then, a little earlier, I started noticing the tracks again. So I feel like they were on the road, then off the road, and on the road, and then off the road. Maybe we should have done the same thing. But I don't know. She bites an apple.
Yuri kind of whistles to get Eddard's attention.
Eddard's on the front wagon.
Okay, well, she runs up to the front wagon then. And just kind of slides up beside it. Eddard?
Yeah.
Ona's been keeping track of footprints that have been showing up and disappearing, and she thinks we're behind the robbers.
You just noticed that now?
No, she's noticed it from what I can understand pretty much this whole time, but none of us were looking at the ground while she was. You might want to go talk to her.
Yeah. Here, take control of this.
Yeah, no problem. And she gets into the front wagon.
Go over to Ona.
Am I in trouble?
Is she on a wagon right now?
No, she's on foot. Am I in trouble?
No, you're good. Let's keep walking with her. So they told me you found footprints?
Yeah, I saw them, but it was a little while ago. I didn't think it was a big deal, and then I saw them a little earlier. At least I saw more footprints. And I just thought maybe they're ahead of us, and we just need to move faster.
And you haven't seen any more?
I'm keeping an eye out. I'm sorry I didn't say anything.
Oh, it's okay. You didn't know. When did they stop?
Well, I saw the last ones. They went off to the right of the road. Maybe about an hour ago. But maybe it could have been anything. I could be wrong.
Any travelers could be going through here. But that's a good eye on you, though. Let us know if you see any more up ahead, okay?
I'll let you guys know for sure.
I'll go over to Fen and Hugh. Hey, guys, going somewhere?
What's up?
We gotta backtrack a little bit while everyone else goes ahead.
Track.
I'm not sure if you keep cutting in or out. What was that?
I was getting closer, sorry. Backtrack.
Ona's saying that she saw some footprints back there. Could be the bandits.
Do we have any tracks up here right now?
She hasn't spotted any so far.
Okay.
Specify if they're going toward Desperata or away from Desperata.
She's not sure. She just sees the tracks cut across the road every once in a while. Sometimes she saw them going straight up the road, and then they cut off left. It's like whoever was walking around, like, cut in and off the road. She just doesn't know how old or how fresh they are or whatever like that. She just saw them. She's not a tracker.
No, but she deserves all the candy because she was smarter than a bunch of adults.
This is true.
Three of us can backtrack and get LaFay to keep an eye out for more footprints.
So with the group moving together, keeping a weather eye now on the road, maybe like 3 hours pass, you're getting closer, and the road starts to feel a little more familiar to you and LaFay, as you kind of start seeing a sign or two along the way, pointing off to Desperada, and then the other one pointing off towards the mountain slide. And it's when you guys are at this halfway point of the day that you see a wandering figure coming up the road. And they're wearing a very wide brim hat that droops off to the left and right, very pointy up the top, long robes, a bag over their shoulder, and what looks like a map in their hands. And they're walking up the road, getting closer. And you realize that their outfit is all blue with a bunch of sparkles like stars going across it.
Why did my brain think of Merlin?
That's exactly what I just thought.
As you guys are getting closer and closer, he doesn't seem to see the horses, but he sidesteps them and sidesteps between the group of people. And as he gets closer to you guys, you hear him saying, "Well, I've already come this way, and the town is just behind me. No one's there to help me with any directions."
Hey,
Are you alright?
Oh! There's people! Puts down the map, and you guys realize that he's got like these black, these black bags under his eyes. He doesn't look like he slept in a while. He's got like a short beard growing in, and he's got very long hair that goes down to his shoulders. He seems like he's around in his like 50s, and he's looking around at you guys. "Where did you all come from?" "Oh, I did it again, didn't I? I opened a portal. Did I accidentally open a portal? Did you come through a portal?"
No, we were traveling.
"I mean, so was I. By myself.
Where?
Trying to find the capital. I think I was here." And then he points at Desperada. "But it's too small, and there's nobody there. I'm thinking it has to be this one." And then he points at Mountain Slide. "Is that the capital?"
No, you're in the wrong area.
"That son of a bitch at Sweetwater sent me all the way wrong. Ugh. Where are you guys going?"
Well, we were on the road to Desperada, but
"Oh, so you're no help to me."
no, we know the area a lot better than you do.
"Can you draw me a way to get to the capital?"
What do you need to go over there for?
"That's rather rude. I didn't ask you what your business was. I just asked for directions."
And you can get them, but curious minds.
"The capital has a lot of interesting things, magic shops and other wizards to meet, especially within the castle. I seek to find myself in the most prestigious of company, to learn the best of the magics, so I can be one of the best."
That sounds amazing.
Aren't you a
Thank
little
you.
old?
This is my prime. This is where people like me find the best of magics and prove our merit. It takes years to
Just
practice
say
and
that.
perfect what we've done. Just like you probably took a long time to build those muscles. Poink, poink, poink.
Yeah, Henry.
Point, point,
It took
point.
you a long time.
A long time.
Guru Jakru. Nice to meet you all.
Guru Jakru?
Guru Jakru.
Guru Jakru?
Guru Jakru.
Jakru.
I'm gonna need you to write
I-
later.
Guru Jacques Carew.
Guru.
Guru Jakru.
Yeah,
Guru, like a guru, a sage.
Where did you come up with these names?
You've never heard of the word guru?
I have, but not the whole name like that.
NPC
Oh,
Crest.
Dude, look at his smile. He's so himself. I love it.
Shot Crew is his name. He's just the guru.
Aaron's gonna ask for the map. I'll show you exactly where it's at.
Oh, thank you, sir.
So where you? And he's gonna play it on like the side of the wagon to kind of draw out where he needs to go.
Well, perhaps you've heard of Baldur's Gate.
Really?
Oh my god.
Really?
A video game?
Oh,
It's a real place.
I know it is.
It's in the old world.
Hey.
from the old world.
I've heard of it, but never been there myself.
You haven't been to the old world?
It's amazing.
Where me and Fenn are from.
Yeah, I've lived here my whole life, so.
Yeah, I met him before taking the ship over.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Rather large group of people to be
Oh,
moving
yeah.
to the
And Zoe
swamps
would be
like
from
this.
you too. You're just more.
No, Zoe and Yuri were from the old world.
Okay, so you two would be more towards. Okay, I see.
Jesus.
All
We
of us.
know Baldur's Gate.
We're all characters in Baldur's
I
Gate.
should have said something else.
Yeah.
Never
Should have said
winter.
Mama's Gate.
Anyways.
Dad.
Dad. Yeah, he looks at the caravan and he's just like, rather large group to just be moving around so casually. You guys see anything interesting?
I saw this one guy get thrown out a window.
Don't trust the voices.
Oh, you mean
I don't know.
the skinwalkers that are living out there?
Her ears just flatten and she's just like nods.
Yuri just kind of peers back from the head of the wagon, like peers over the side, like, ugh.
Yeah, definitely don't listen to them. They're almost as bad as sirens at sea.
But I want to be friends with the Skinwalker.
They'll sing to you, but they'll lie to you. Don't trust a word that a siren has to say.
Sounds like my ex-wife.
You sound like you've dealt with lots of stuff like that, haven't you?
I've seen many things. Weird creatures, weird people, cults. Recently, I saw some rather odd creatures, giant-like. Wide eyes, yellows, stare at you through the night. Luckily, Fireball is always at my side. Except I set that tree on fire and then it started a forest fire. I need to be very careful with that magic. Are you done here? And he like takes the map back.
Oh yeah, you're gonna want to go right there.
Ah,
The really obvious big spot.
Thank you. It seems obvious, but I feel like I've been wandering for way too long. Maybe I was meant to meet all of you.
You sure you don't want to join us and possibly get out the other side?
And head back the wrong way? I have to go that way.
Well, wouldn't it be easier to go back safe route and then go around the swamp?
Your adventure leads forward. My adventure leads that way.
I mean,
do you have enough meals?
I eat.
He's a wizard.
When's the last time you slept?
Harry.
3 there.
I don't need sleep. When the purpose is this strong, there's no time.
Insight check.
Sure.
He's got like 5 levels of exhaustion. It takes one more step, gets the 6th level, just dies.
Water! Need water!
19 on insight.
You can tell that his body is tired, yet his spirit is carrying him forward.
Too angry to die.
Really important,
He's
but
the doom guy.
What?
this may be very important to you, but your body needs to rest.
Listen, we just met, and I really appreciate it.
Also, I can just open a portal for you there.
A portal? No, I've been through too many portals of my own creation. I am not going through some random portal. I thank you all for all the help you've provided for me. Do not die or listen to the skinwalker.
Edard, open it under his feet.
It's not that simple, but
It doesn't cast on the floor like that. It's
yeah.
in front of you.
I mean, if anything, it can help you get a good word with whoever you're meeting over there.
Go ahead and roll persuasion. When I introduce a random character.
Natural 20 for a total 28.
He considers what you say, and he goes, Alright, it's gotta look like I did it, okay?
Okay, but first, rest.
Just send me through! I can just go! They're gonna be more impressed seeing that I did it while I was tired.
I can't argue with that, yeah.
See?
So who are you meeting exactly?
A friend. Just send me to the middle square. If you could send me to the square, I'll make my way from there.
Is that hard?
This old man is like literally just a random dude I threw in, just wandering.
Yeah, random.
Got a bunch of bleeding hearts, apparently.
And he's staring at me right now like this old man just committed a war crime and he needs to be put under review. Like,
Hey,
Yeah, and like,
it's not a war crime the first time.
know what these people are capable of.
This whole time, Yuri's just like going between the horses, giving them some fresh water and something to eat.
Alright, I'll open it up for you, but I can't open it up directly in front of the castle. I can.
town
I could
square
get you
style?
close.
Maybe at the gates, outside of the city. Anything will work if you're really willing to help.
Alright, so what time of day is it right now? I ask because depending on it will determine like who's around, like in the throne room areas and all that.
It's like 4 or 5 right now, afternoon.
Would important people be there?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who would be there. Just people. A school just got out.
I'm just thinking of a way that make it more impressive for him.
Oh my god.
Put him in the middle of the castle.
Yep, definitely.
Then what if no one? Like that's the thing. So.
But if there's only guards.
All right, I'll let you through in front of the gate. All right, I don't want you to get arrested just because you randomly popped in there.
Just gonna whack it over the head. Just hurry up and send them. Jeez. It's not that hard. You think too much. Just do.
I mean, just doing could get him killed.
Oh, that doesn't sound like your problem now, does it?
He goes up
It
to
is
the,
if my brother's involved over there.
He goes up to where the portal is, turns back to look at you, and reaches into his bag and he pulls out a sack that he passes to you. Here you go.
Okay.
You never know when you might need this. And when you take it, you look at it, and you realize that he just gave you a bag of gunpowder.
Gun.
Take a fuse, stick it in there, light it, throw it at your enemies. Or just do whatever you want. You guys can be creative. Goodbye now.
Thanks.
And he goes through the portal.
He still has a shotgun. I forgot about that.
Edward will just tuck that into his bag of holding.
Alright.
That was random.
And Sam's on the cart, and he goes, random encounters do seem to happen pretty often. But the group presses on, correct?
Yes.
Eventually, it starts to get dark out again, and you start to approach the outer walls, or the outer area of the town of Desperada. There's an eerie silence as you guys make your way through the town, and Edard, you look over and you see the house where the family used to stay, or the Drow family used to stay, and eventually the red house where Annabelle used to stay as well.
Burned.
It is burned down, and the roof is collapsed in. The other house looks like he didn't really mess with it, just Annabelle's. The town itself seems to be in the same condition. No damage or anything like that. It's just this very quiet location. The night knockers hop off of the wagons and begin looking around. Sam commands them to make sure that all the buildings are empty. and they basically start a sweep. In the middle of this town, there is a large mayor's office with a clock tower built onto it. The surrounding buildings are like an inn, a tavern, a couple of shops for trade. There's a couple of homes that lead off towards the south end of this town and spread out kind of in like this half circle crescent shape. But the town is vacant of people right now. So how do you guys want to explore? How do you guys want to do this?
Entirely empty of people?
Yep, so far. At least you guys are in, like, right now the wagons are in the middle of the town square, which is the circle. You got the mayor's, the inns, and then the eastern gate going off in that direction.
I think we should set up camp at least, or a base of operations of some kind. We got the carts here, we might as well set up.
Ona hops off and like starts to work on that.
We haven't had a comfortable bit of sleep, so...
She ensures that the horses are comfortable, taking them over to a nearby stable.
None of them have acted weird like that other one?
No, the other ones seem normal.
Fenrir's still watching the horses. How did we buy a skinwalker?
Sam's like looking over his shoulder, hoping nobody notices him. He just like starts to walk towards the inn.
Wait a second.
Who bought the horse? Sam!
Sam ducks into the inn and closes the door behind him. Queenie is over with Crag right now, and like they look at each other, and then they like go off towards where like the homes are, followed by Bullet and Window Licker.
Oh.
He was the only one who made a noise at that.
So yeah, what's everybody doing?
The skinwalker now.
Edgar will go toward like the mayor's place.
Okay.
Finra's gonna go ahead and circle the perimeter, just making sure things don't seem out of rye, or if anything's like not sneaking around.
Which direction do you start with, Ben?
Eddard went to the
mayor's house, which is at the middle of the town. Yep.
And then where did the night knockers go? The inn?
They're kind of spread out, but most of them went toward the inns.
Okay, I'll check in some of the direction that they did not go in.
Most unexplored area right now would probably be the eastern gate, as nobody headed out in that direction.
And that's where we came from, or where we didn't come from?
No, that would be the you guys came from the west. East gate is heading in the opposite direction.
Okay, I'll go check the east gate then.
Anybody else going with them?
Zoe will follow.
All right. Anybody else going with Zoe and Fen? No? Okay.
Just two lovebirds.
I actually didn't quite catch like where they were going to.
They went to the east gate.
Oh, okay, yeah, so I'm still
You're in
going
the
to
mayor's office with Ona. LaFay. It's important to know where everybody's at. Come on.
Vi, you there?
Yeah, I was talking this entire time.
Yeah, you're muted.
I was muted, yeah.
I was also talking to LaFay just now.
Yeah.
LaFay.
LaFay, hello? Okay,
Mic check.
I need to talk to her about that later, because that's not okay. for the sake of moving things forward, LaFay and Riza go to check out the farmland from the direction you guys came.
Okay.
So we got LaFay and Riza, Edard, Ona, Zoe. What's Yuri doing?
Touched herself with a bit of invisibility, and she's checking the taverns and other areas that are closest to where they set up camp.
He'll also be looking in the taverns because he's going to try and steal maybe some money. For being such a good person. What can I do to
I
get
mean,
funded?
if he's willing, she could have touched Hugh.
So Hugh, you're exploring with Yuri?
Yeah.
She could have touched Hugh and made him invisible as well.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so let's see. Edward, in the mayor's office, you see that the clerk's desk looks like all the paperwork and stuff has been thrown around and such. Some of the doors hang off their hinges, and it looks like there was some sort of like struggle that happened in this building. Ona's looking around and she's like, "What happened to this place? Where are all the people?"
Really?
Say it again, because I can't.
Not entirely sure. Edard's gonna cast.
Hey Hugh, please mute yourself.
Edard's gonna cast Divine Sense to see if he senses anything celestial, fiendish, or even undead.
At this moment, after casting it, you do not sense anything at the moment. Seems like the place is empty.
And that's within 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ona heads up the stairs and explores up there as well.
I'll follow behind her.
So Yuri and Hugh, you're investigating the inn. Some of the other night knockers are checking rooms and going down to the lobby once they're done checking their spots, and they head out. As soon as they leave, what are you guys doing?
The reason why. So Yuri, after touching Hugh so that he was invisible as well, she wouldn't necessarily be like opening anything to look, but she's looking for signs of struggle, of an explanation as to why it's so desolate in a place that it shouldn't be.
Go ahead and roll an investigation.
Sure.
And I'm not sure what Hugh's doing. If he's doing the same
Spare
thing.
change.
Huh?
I'm looking for spare change.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Two. The game doesn't want me to steal.
You're like
The work of God.
You're going up to couches, the cushions, and just going, nothing, nothing. Flip a pillow, not there. You like bend down
I
and look
wonder.
under a couch, but you just like, don't even try. I would say you find 1 silver sitting on the counter as the registers have been cleared out.
Ah, hell yeah.
From where the
I like
lobby's
that
at,
one.
there's a doorway that leads into what looks like a very large dining area. There's a bunch of tables and stuff. Looks like a stage at the end. A bar running along the right side of the wall. It looks like this is a really grand place to throw parties and stuff like that. But you do not find anything special as you explore. What did you get, Yuri?
I got a 5.
Yeah, you just see the obvious stuff. Some of the things are thrown around throughout the building and such. Cutting over to Fen and Zoe, you guys reach the eastern gate And looking around, you don't really spot anything in particular that gets your attention or gives a sign of what's happening or happened in this area.
Is there a high spot that I can get up on?
Yeah, you can actually climb the wall itself. There's like a ladder, or you can just, man it up there. But the wall kind of goes around the town, so you can like kind of get up there and get a good view of the east side.
Okay, I'm gonna get up onto the wall, but I'm not just gonna look at the town. I want to look out at the swamp. Are there any smokestacks coming out from the swamp area?
Go ahead and roll perception.
$27.
So with a 27, you do make out a slight sliver of smoke, maybe about a little over a mile out, heading east. Very faint trail, but you did catch it. Yuri, as you're coming down the stairs of the inn, you hear the front doors come open, followed by the rattle of like the bell. Bing, bing. Hugh isn't in sight, and when you reach this lobby, you see that there is someone standing there at the door.
What does this someone look like?
You freeze as you recognize the man in red. He tilts his head up, and you see his thin mustache. His stature standing tall, he looks straight up at you. And you realize that it's Diego Red Navarro, the bounty hunter who's been tracking you.
He can't see me, right?
He's looking in your direction right now. And he says, I know you're here. And if you make this easy, no one has to die.
Do I hear this from the other room?
Yep. He reaches up and he pulls his two swords. Come now, Yuri. Let's go home. And that's where we end tonight's session.
Oh, yes, I had a question for that.